And welcome to 540 Studio, The Beyond, Season 4, everybody. Hello out there in YouTube land. Hope everyone is doing well out there. It's good to be here. It's good to be back. And we're going to talk about some stuff today, of course. But other than that, we're going to go around the table and say hello to everybody, of course. So, of course, today we also have a good friend of ours and a good co-host of ours. And a lot of you people have not seen him in a while, and that is Mr. Prismatics himself. Hey, brother, how are you, man? It's good to see you again, man. It's really good to see you.
Hello. I'm doing okay. And that's it.
Well, that's what we expect.
Oh,
you know?
I'm doing fine. I'm been dealing with real life stuff, but that's it. Not going to air that out there.
No, of course, of course. And of course, we do have Baron Orman Tag. How are you doing,
Well,
man?
oh, I'm doing good, boy. That opening makes it look like we're doing some sort of anime action show. So I'm now I gotta get ready to go out there and do some kicking of butt. I guess that's the first time I've seen that one all the way through. So wow, that's impressive. You got my good side too. You got my good side.
Yeah, of course. Needed the good side, man. Need to sell it, you know.
You got it. But yeah, I'm doing fantastic. Sitting here in the land of the Great White North. The southern White North. I'm not in our future state, Alberta.
No, don't. Love you guys, but I'm also proud Canadian.
We'll still let you call yourself Canadians, Canadian Americans.
We'll still let you.
Canadian Americans, yeah.
Hey, we got good beer and colored money, so yay.
Yeah, colored money.
Yeah,
the pride money. No, he's kidding.
Hey, we got colored money down here. We call it monopoly money. So.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we do have Mr. Cash Money. How are you doing, brother?
Doing pretty good. Not too much. Just getting back things in order and stuff. So
yeah, he's a man of many words.
He is.
But wait till you get him going. It's like, when you start hearing these people, or what grinds my gears.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially
when he eats his tofu
barons,
thing.
Man, these barons.
These barons.
These barons.
No, exactly. These barons.
Okay. I'm going to have to change that one, but I already got one that goes after me, so.
Exactly. And of course, we do have Mr. Kilted himself. Hey, brother, how are you doing, man?
It's cold.
Fucking pussy.
Fuck you, it's cold.
that is normal for me.
20 degrees outside with a wind chill of 11? No, fuck off.
Right here, it's been snowing a lot today.
Congratulations.
It's been snowing a lot.
What's the humidity?
I'm so used to it, I'm Norwegian.
How much humidity you got? How much moisture is just in the air at all times?
How moist are
you? Through whatever clothes, doesn't matter how many layers you have. A nice gust of wind pushes all of that through 15 layers of clothing you have on, every single layer of skin in all the way into the bone marrow. So yeah, I'm sorry, I've been up like in northern United States. It was 40 degrees and I was walking around in shorts. I'm like, this isn't cold. Down here, 85% humidity, it's 30 degrees. It feels like it's 11.
Complaining.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we do last month it did shut down the half of the entire Gulf Coast when it snowed. So just like we're close.
It's just a little snow, man. Just a little snow. It's a normal Monday.
One snowflake, they're closed.
It was 12 inches of snow.
Your name really fits. Your name really fits today.
What? Okay. Mo Cajun? All right.
Exactly. No, just kidding, man. Just kidding. But how you been doing, man? Been doing something cool lately?
I've been upsetting people and losing subscribers. I don't know why.
That's how it is when you piss people off, man. You
You
know,
know,
It's your sunny personality.
What did
Yeah,
you
it is.
what did you tell him that
you have to be careful you don't get banned places,
you
bro.
you
He'll-
your
This is what they said on
feelings
social media or something.
your
Oh.
feelings on Arcane 2, they can't take it season 2, is that the problem, or
I criticize particular well, not content creators, but
Uh,
journalists or
People. Yeah, I know. I've seen them. I've seen them.
oh
well,
okay, well
some of the audience didn't like it, didn't care for it, but but the way I look at it is like I'm going to treat everybody the way I treat everybody. I'm going to treat them equally. If I
Well,
think you say something
yeah.
foolish, I'm going to call you out on it. I'm sorry if you
I mean,
disagree.
you
I hope you
can.
come back.
You just know where that
No,
rabbit hole is
exactly.
always going to go.
Mhm.
Kilted. That's all you. That's the whole thing.
Yep.
You know where that rabbit hole is always going to go. So.
Yeah, and it just goes deeper and deeper, you know.
Mhm.
That's what
But
she said.
also, but also, of course, we do have Mr.
I mean,
Tom.
not to Baron, but whatever.
what? Huh? What?
Oh, but we do have also Tom, aka the Techno Sapien Geek. Hello, brother, man. How you doing, brother? What have you been up to,
Good.
man?
Good. Well, me and you know about snow. You're just like Norway, Canada. We had a snow and ice storm.
Yeah,
So I'm
exactly,
excited.
exactly.
Ice and
Mhm.
snow. So
Yeah, I
Hey
love
Tom,
snow.
when are they finally going to dump Quebec? I think if they dump that,
Yeah,
Canada will be a lot better.
I
We got a
actually
city
love. I
here we
lived
can
in.
dump too.
Yeah, but I love Montreal. I lived in Montreal for a while. Actually, it's a great city, and it's like I actually like Montreal. Great strippers. But yeah, it's a good city. Good city. Good city. By the way, I think I'm gonna need a gray beard on my thing. I realize that now. I'm like, I need a gray beard on him. Notice he's all black. I'm like, yeah, it's gray because I'm gray now. It's like
You don't like black, you racist?
Come
Wow,
on.
dude.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
gray. I'm
wow.
old.
Wow.
I gotta be proud of the oldness now. I
Okay.
gotta be proud. Wear the gray
Hey.
with honor. You know.
Wait a second here.
Come on, Jace. Come on,
I-
Jace. He's got gray pride. So come on.
Exactly.
Come on. By the
Gray
color.
Gray
pride.
pride, everybody. Gay, not gay, but gray.
Huh?
But no, it's good to have you all here today. And for me, I've had a great day. I've been working mostly. Been doing stuff. Been watching a lot of stuff lately. I finished up, of course, Cobra Kai. That was fantastic.
what I could hear.
What an ending! I did not expect that to happen, and how everything ended, and some of the plot twists. Damn, that blew my mind. Wow. Not gonna spoil it, but damn, that took me by
Good.
surprise.
I haven't
Still
watched any of
certain
it yet. Yeah.
still certain things I wish they would explain a little bit more on. There were a couple of things I was could have been a little bit more writing here and there that you kind of left a little bit out. But other than that, it's one of my favorite shows. It's I would still say Penguin is a lot better
Really?
because it's the
Okay.
Penguin. But
Yeah,
I
the
will
Penguin was
say
great.
that Cobra Kai is up there with Cobra Kai. Penguin and Cobra Kai are on the top together. So well done, so well respected to the source material, old stories and new stories. Really well done. Just fantastic overall.
Actually, can I say one thing? You guys, it was actually you and Cajun, both of you, got me watching Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. Except for the last 2 episodes, I've seen everything. It's damn good. What the heck? I didn't think I'd enjoy it. It's really good.
Yeah, and I finished up
crap, it's
that
good.
too.
Like that fight
Killed-
between Daredevil and him. I'm like, oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, no, it has its moments.
Yes.
Of course, I hate certain stuff in it, of course, like many others, of course. But overall, the story is not too shabby. To be honest,
really-
the story is not too shabby. And
Yeah.
Kilted, you have seen everything, right?
Yep.
How did you? We're not going to spoil the ending and stuff like that. But how did you feel about the last? Do you think it was decent? Do you think it was a good ending for season
No.
1?
It pissed me off to the point where I'm impatiently waiting for season 2.
So it's only 10 episodes then, I take it. That's the
Yes,
full
only 10
season then.
episodes.
Okay,
Yes,
cool.
only
I'll
10
watch
But
more
episodes.
tonight or tomorrow.
the good news is season 3 is already greenlit.
Nice.
Yep.
No, I like
And
the
it's
way it
not
went.
too horrible.
And the fact
not
they
too
use
horrible.
what's his name's voice even from the
Mhm.
actual Daredevil series
Charlie
for
Cox.
Daredevil. I was like, okay.
Or
Yeah.
whatever.
No, it was really good.
What did I just say? They use the same
Yeah.
actor's voice. Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, it's a pretty decent show. I'm still surprised that it actually was decent, other than the stuff that's annoying. But the writing is
Hey,
not
Scorp-
too horrible.
without giving thank, we had a scorpion. It's like, wow, we don't see that many as often nowadays. Like, okay.
But one of the best characters is Dr. Octopus.
I love the way he did them. I love the way they did them.
Yeah, it's so
Yeah,
accurate
exactly.
too.
So
accurate
how many
too.
like gender swaps and race swaps are in this? Not many. A few.
That's it. That's all you do.
It is.
That's the only one.
It's yeah.
Okay.
The race swap is Harry and Osborn. You know, Harry Osborn and Norman, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Like
the gender and race swap is of course Dr. Connors.
Yes.
But that's about it. I'm still a little annoyed that, of course, Lincoln, who is Tombstone, I'm not forgetting it this time. Still pissed me off the last time that I actually forgot it was Tombstone. They explained, at least, I'm not gonna say, but at least Kilted, you saw in the end that what's happening to his skin, right?
Yep.
As we expected, you know. But still, I wish that was through the whole series. I wish he was born like that. But I understand a little change. But I wish he was born that way because that was the original character. Either way,
what I like about this, you have 10 episodes, and this is strictly from my point of view. And considering how much I shit all over Disney, Star Wars, and everything else, this is coming. So remember who this is coming from. It feels like this is a well done season because of story building, fucking world building, character development, actual character arcs. Not there's I don't think there's an overabundance of exposition. I just think I thought it was done very well.
it was surprisingly well done, and that's, you know, for me to say too is kind of weird because normally I don't like a lot of stuff they do, but it's pretty decent, pretty good. Yeah.
Peter, aka Spider-Man, is a good Peter Spider-Man. I was like, wow,
he is good. He is Spider-Man. They did him so good in this show. I'm so happy about Spider-Man in this one. Really
I like that Nico
how
character
good he was.
too. She's different. I was like, okay, I really like her. It's like she was cool.
Yeah, she is pretty accurate from the comics too. She's pretty accurate from the comics too. So and yes, she's always been like an LGBT character in the comics. Like that's always been a thing for her character. So it's not really, you know, quote unquote woke, as they say. With her character.
The story's not preachy. The entire story, there's nothing preachy. I'm better than you.
No, it's not preachy to anything of gender, race, or anything like that. Really well done. And after watching everything, if you like Spider-Man, I would actually say, you know what? If you like Spider-Man, I think you might like the show. To be honest, you might like it, even though it has a little annoyings with race and gender swaps. But if you just look past that and look at the show itself, it's pretty damn decent, and I think you will have a fun time watching it. Actually,
no, exactly.
Think about it.
No spoilers.
No spoilers yet.
Nope.
No. I still haven't watched the last 2 episodes, but so far I'm
very important. Those last 2 episodes are indeed important.
Yeah,
they are important. Yeah, but before we get into other stuff that we're going to talk about, I do want to say hail to Hunty, who's in the chat. Hail, Hunty. It's a really good thing that it's really good that we're gonna actually talk about Henry Cavill today. You know, she's gonna be happy. Yeah, she's gonna be so happy when we get to that part of the show. And of course, we have Prismatics, who's also on the stream, who says hi.
Hi.
I know that sounded kind of gay. I did not mean it that way. I did not mean it that way.
I'm just making my presence in the chat visible. Okay.
Yes.
Exactly.
Hi, Humpty. Hi, Humpty.
Exactly.
Mate, I should probably leave already.
Why?
Why?
Why, man?
I'm just joking, but hey, I can make it real.
Yes. And then, of course, Hunty said, Pris! She's happy to see you, Pris.
Yes, she's my cheerleader.
And of course,
there you go.
Oh, that's gonna be, oh my god, he awake.
He awake.
And then, of course, we have Charlotte C. Hail to you. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well out there. And Charlotte said, well, I've had one gender swap. I only want to do it once.
Yo.
Well, yeah, right.
There we go. Sounds
Don't
about
do it
right.
twice. And then, of course, Hunty said, Henry Cavill? Huh? Side eye? Exactly. Exactly. And of course, Hunty said, and this is to Prismatics, I guess, you know, I thought he become the new Snow White and was snoozing.
You know, I can ban you, Hunty.
I
am a
can
moderator.
ban you
Wow.
have the power.
Wow.
I have the
this-
power. And
I'm not going to.
EJ.
and
EJ.
also with that, I also want to announce that
Just
we have
don't
up
compare me to Rachel Segler.
weird, weird, weird.
Yep.
That
Uh,
freak.
But other than that,
I'm kind of waiting to actually see that movie. But hey, continue.
so I also want to announce that we have updated one of our clothing stores with merch and stuff like that. And I have actually released something on that store. It's just digital yet. I am working to find a way out to actually make CDs because there are a couple of people who's been asking me, can you please make CDs of this? And that is, I've been working on this. You all know that I've been working on music for a really long time. And I used to have a band, don't have a band anymore. So, you know, I went solo, trying to get everything on place and work really hard as I can. So I decided when I was done with the songs that I wanted, I was going to release an album. So if you are interested to listen to my music, I actually do have an album. It's only digital right now. But I am working to get it on CD at some point. Some of the songs are, of course, also on the YouTube channel with this name, Akiro. So some of the songs are on YouTube, but there are other songs on the album that is not on YouTube. So if you are interested, I had a lot of fun creating this album, these songs, and this is just one of more albums that I will create. So just want to give a heads up on that I finally got to release an album after such a long time been waiting to do it. So finally managed to do it in the end. And,
From KTEL Records, it's Jace Fox.
it's Jace Fox. So it was a lot of fun. Also a lot of pain in the ass to create. So, but it all went well in the end. Got some help from other people to give me some pointers here and there. So no, it's all great, all good, and hope if anyone is interested, you know, check it out, see what you think. It's not really a metal album because that's not the point with this album, but there is one song there that is metal, but everything else is not metal. Only one song from my other project that I will create more to at some point. And Charlotte said, Pris will fall asleep as he going on to push the button.
Fuck you, people.
Fuck all you.
Wow, they love you, man.
And Kilt it just like,
God
ah,
damn it! I
fine.
was vaping. Jesus Christ! Why is everyone trying
In
to
Snow
kill me on
White, you'll
live
be
streams
far more
lately?
interested than Rachel, honestly.
Oh,
Pris
you
will
were
fall
right.
asleep. Blah 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 blah. Yes, I'm a snooze fest. I get it.
Uh,
Damn nasty people. Insulting people.
damn nasty people.
I'm insulted.
Of course
continue.
you are. Oh yeah, of course we're gonna continue. Thank you for reminding me.
You're welcome.
But no, yeah. But yeah, the album is out. It's been a crazy journey, and I'm excited to do a lot more music. Have a lot of songs that I still have not released. One of the songs that is on the album and only on the album, I was really unsure if I wanted to release it because I wasn't really happy. But I took a listen more, trying to see maybe to rework some stuff here and there. And then, of course, because my girlfriend, in real life, my girlfriend, she's like, you need to put this out. She loved the song so much. I'm like, sure, fuck it. I'm gonna release it with the album. So I did. And yeah, hope people will enjoy it, you know, if you're into music. And of course, we have merch too if you're interested. But we are gonna get into some topics for today. Are you guys ready for topics tonight?
Yes, let's get to the news and what's to
I
talk
guess
about.
so.
I guess. So.
I guess so. Yeah, it's gonna be so fun. Yeah. We're gonna talk about so many fun stuff. Yeah. This is how we should be, We should be like everyone else, just being so fucking
Yeah.
depressed and oh god. So sad. We should be
Everything's
more like
horrible.
kilted,
Don't
be
talk to me
emo.
about life.
We're gonna
Yeah.
be emo again.
Do you want me to start yeeting? We'll go yeet, and then that'll get the whole room going. Everybody move their hands up. Some people get that one. You can get that reference, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeet. I know the reference. I'm a wrestling fan. And that ending of Royal Rumble 2025.
Yeah,
That was good. That was
it
good.
was damn good. Damn good. Can't wait to Mania.
Damn good, man. And we are gonna talk about it. I know I didn't do streams last week and everything like that. I was a little bit under the weather and stuff like that. And other than that, I'm fine again now. So we need to talk about it, Tom. We need to talk about it. It was fantastic.
Oh yeah.
But we are going to get into some topics. And one of the topics for tonight, I know not everybody here on the panel are too familiar with this artist that I'm going to talk about. But it has been many years since he released a full album. And we're going to get
Johnny
into
Winters?
that. No.
Oh,
So I will share my screen, of course. And that is G Dragon from Big Bang. For me personally, I've talked about T.O.P. In one of the streams. I talked about T.O.P. coming back because he did pop up in Squid Game Season 2. It was fantastic to see T.O.P. again doing, filming. He's a good actor. It was really fun seeing him there again, like with acting. And he's also working on new music that is coming out. But recently, last year, we had G Dragon coming out with 2 new songs in his return. And now, he did announce a couple of weeks ago or a week ago or something like that. I'm a little bit unsure when he announced it. But he did announce a new album that will come out soon. And I'm really excited for it. For a guy who's been fan of this person for many years, really happy about it.
he
So,
looks like half the Eurythmics.
Yeah, yeah.
and what's also fun about G Dragon when he was away from music in the years, he has become a professor. He's also a fashion designer and fashion guy. So he's done a lot of stuff through the years when he didn't make music. So he has a multi-talent of a lot of different stuff. Really fun, really talented guy. But G Dragon reveals even though I'm a little German, I don't know how to pronounce it properly. So Übermensch, I think it's how you pronounce it. I don't fucking know, but try my
Leave
best.
your little German out of this.
Yeah, I need to. But really reveals, the album tracks and stuff like that. So I'm really excited for that. So shortly after announcing his 2025 world tour, G Dragon took to Instagram to tease the release of his upcoming album Übermensch. The post not only previewed what appears to be the key visual to the new album and world tour. And please, can you guys just come to Norway so it's easier for me to go to concert and watch it? I just saw that it was a band from Korea that I fucking like. It's a rock girl group, really talented girls with more rock metal music. And I just saw that they were in Norway, and Norway did not fucking commercial anything. Like normally, they never commercial shit. Norway, please be better at commercialing. God damn it. Even the Spotify for commercialing in Norway sucks. But also revealed, the complete track list. The track list kicks off with 2 previously released singles, Home Sweet Home, really great song, a masterpiece in my head. I think it's really fantastic. And of course, Power, that was also a fantastic song that did a lot of, nostalgia, memories, stuff like that in the music video, because that's what the song is about. That he's been gone for so long, and just showing a lot of the stuff that a lot of people like me who grew up with this music and the Big Bang music and all the fun stuff. Really great. And followed by 8 new tracks, 2 bad drama, and a word I am not familiar with, Ibelongiu. I'm not too familiar with the word, so I'm probably butchering the word, but that's how it is. And Take Me, and Buna Mama, and Gyro Drop. Really excited to hear those songs. And of course, nothing that the track list was previously teased in the music video of Power. Übermensch is titled G-Dragon's new album, and the world tour is a German term derivative from philosopher Friedrich Ninth. I can't fucking pronounce. I am a little German, and I can't pronounce German fucking names. That's so fucked up. But the word itself can be translated into overman or superman, representing the ideal individual who transcends conventionally morality and societal norms to create their own values and purpose in life. And an angle that perhaps G-Dragon wishes to convey on his innovative breakthroughs in music, art, and fashion. Understandable. Scheduled to release February 20th, 20, February 25th to the 25th, and I am really excited to hear the album. It's just a couple of days away. So when the album is out, I'm absolutely gonna talk about it on one of the streams to review at least the songs. Will be G-Dragon's third album, marking the king of K-pop. That's what he is labeled as in Korea, the king of K-pop. But I will also say the king of K-rap with T.O.P. Because that's what they basically are in Korea. That's how big they are. Full comeback after 11 years. So it's been 11 years since he has been doing a full album and stuff like that. I am really excited for this. I'm just really happy that he's back. T.O.P. is back. The other guys are still making music, and it's gonna be really fun to see what the future can do. Hopefully, T.O.P. and G-Dragon and the boys will get back together at some point with a song. But really happy. Really happy. But I do know a lot of the people here on the panel do not know too much about this, but
Huh?
but I wanted to bring in some positivity because it's a big part of my childhood, big part of the music I listen to in this day. So
Yeah.
yeah, and it's gonna be a journey to listen to the album, and just a couple of days away, and finally it's coming out. I'm probably gonna put the album on repeat.
He also likes Mongolian throat music, so just to let you guys know.
Oh yeah, I do that, especially with metal. That sounds fantastic. So yes, I do like that, Baron. How did you know?
I figured it. Well, because I'm a smartass, and smartass knows these things.
Yeah, you're a goddamn fucking smartass. But that is,
That
about
should make you interesting in cooling and lulling.
What
If
is
you
the
know
name
what
of
that
that
is.
band? I can't think of them. They're the metal Mongolian band. What are they?
The
They're really
Who,
good.
and we have many others.
Yeah,
We have many.
They're really
How
good.
calling.
Yeah. And of
Which
course,
one's
we
the
have T-Gap
cause?
Steve in the chat who says, "Oh my God, Pris is alive, but is he awake?"
Never.
Oh,
Never
the
heard of the
irony
guy.
with that statement.
Who's that TCAP guy? Oh,
I
okay.
don't know who
he
he
lives
is. I've
again.
never
I
heard
don't know
of
who
the
that
guy.
dude
I don't
is.
know.
Yeah, I don't know that guy.
Keep an eye. I think it's a troll.
Yeah, I think so.
Might have to
But
kick
at
him.
least
not
that
real.
is, about G-Dragon. I know a lot of audience and people do not know too much about it. But if you're interested in music, I really recommend checking out G-Dragon's music and his the group he was in, Big Bang. I know it's maybe not everyone's taste, but they do something different than normal K-pop stuff. They had their own sound in a lot of stuff. It's more rap based and more catchy. They have everything from serious songs to more funny, and they have everything that you can think of. So I highly recommend it, especially solo music. It's really fucking good, really good.
Han
But
Solo did music? Cool. Me
and so,
and my Wookiee walk.
that would be fucking great, man. But we are gonna get into some other articles, other topics for tonight, and not so positive, not so great. Who here on the panel is excited for Ghost of Yotei, the sequel to Ghost of Tsushima? Who's excited for that game? Who is?
I'm not sure.
Huh?
I don't know how to really feel about it. You know, it's easy
I
to
don't-
just
Go-
trash this stuff before it comes out, but
Well, yeah,
Ghosts
yeah.
scare
I'm not
me.
gonna do that because I mean,
Oh.
Ghost of Tsushima is amazing, brilliant freaking
Okay.
game.
Mike
love
want to
that
take
game,
a little bit
so-
back of stuff that
Mm.
you're saying. Maybe, just maybe, because are you guys ready? Kilted, Tom, everybody, are you ready?
Sure. Yeah, I guess
I
that.
guess.
So, Ghost of Yotei
Whoa!
writers previously worked on Dragon Age: The Veilguard.
Yeah, clap bitches.
What can possibly go wrong if that
Can't
that
imagine.
Well, let's be honest. I'm
Some
going to
great
say this now.
dialogue.
If the people that still did the physics and the thing, I mean, if anybody played the first Ghost, it's a brilliant game. The way it plays, to the visuals, to just it's a really and the mechanics are brilliant.
Yeah, the
Chef's kiss, in
mechanics
my
and stuff
opinion.
are good,
It's
but
and even the story in the game was great. It was brilliant. I loved it.
the people who
So,
worked on Dragon Age are not good with story.
Maybe they did other stuff before that. Maybe that's all I can hope for.
And I can
'cause-
confirm that because I did something Kilted didn't do, and that was finishing the game.
Fuck that. I deleted
Good
it.
not
job.
touching that with a
It-
10-foot pole.
It's like I said, some
Hey,
certain stuff there was
branding,
like
Tom.
okay, some stuff was okay, not too horrible, but dialogue, a lot of other story stuff, so problematic all over.
Yeah.
Problematic. Do not recommend
Problematic.
it. Do not recommend it. And no, I did not buy the game. I got it gifted because I refused to buy the game. I got it gifted from my sister, so I had to play
This
it.
This is the official story. We'll go with it.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
You're talking about Dragon Age, right? Veilguard.
Yeah, the Veilguard, yeah.
That's the cursed item, I would say. It's on the level of
Yeah.
the.
It's like
I
some
don't
of the
know.
characters was okay. Some of the characters was like okay, not good. I'm not saying it was good. It was like okay, it's not too horrible, but it's not good. And that's a low bar to the characters, low bar to the writing. It's like yeah,
Game was
okay, it's not
horrible.
too- It is. It's the worst Dragon Age game. It is. I'm not saying it's a good game just because there are some parts were like okay, just okay, but not good, and that's a low bar for the game. That's all I'm gonna give it. Because other than that, I fucking hate the game, and I'm never gonna play it again.
It's a rating of meh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a big meh.
No,
but
it's not. I'm sorry, it's not a big meh. It's a cursed item. It's on the level of. I don't know how much involved you guys are in with LOL universe, but if you ever heard about Christian Challenge you,
Yeah, we don't need to talk about them. Yeah, we don't need to talk. We don't need to go to that rabbit hole. That's not.
I'm not
a
saying we're going to go into that direction, but that's how I see it because that thing, it's just that thing.
Yeah, especially with
just
the
that
Tosh
horrible.
story, that was the worst one. So I did what a lot of other people did. Don't just skip
And
over
especially
it.
how
Don't.
it kind of shitted all over the original story and the previous games.
I know.
It's just, no, I
know.
don't like it.
I
Sorry,
know.
hell.
I played it, Pris, so I know what you mean.
Holy and
So I did, of course,
horrifying
what a lot
hell.
of I did, of course, what a lot of other people did because you can actually kill off your companions in the end of the game if you haven't done their side quests and stuff like that. So of course, Tosh
That's
didn't
not-
survive.
No, that's not enough to get me to play the game.
No. But I did. I'm
Tosh
like,
didn't
I fucking
survive.
hate. Yeah, not in my playthrough because I hated Tosh. One of the most annoying fucking characters in the goddamn game. I
Have you-
played
You
through all the
didn't like
cutscenes.
Tosh. You didn't
Hell
like her
no.
non-binary.
Hell no. And the
Have-
fucked up thing, she's the only one. Yes, I'm saying she. I refuse to say the other term for a character. So
Hey, she use anything. She just call whatever. It doesn't matter.
I know. And she is the only one you see mostly naked in the game, not the others.
Yeah.
I've
Oh,
seen
the
the
irony.
cutscene. I've gone through the cutscenes, and that's the only character you can see most body of in the end.
Anyway, on with your
Yep, that's
So do you know anyone who played Dragon Age Veilguard? If that's the case, please give us a call. You might be entitled to compensation.
I will just say this before we get to the article. Skip the game. Don't play it. Just skip it entirely. Just skip it.
Gift it to people you don't like. You know, I think
Yeah.
you should, reassess your
I needed to have a talk with my sister right there.
Yeah. Ask her, is something wrong? Did I do something?
Did I do something wrong for you to send it to
you
me?
might have done, you might have done something. This is her way of saying, hey, yeah, it's a little harsh.
Yeah,
she could have been a little bit more gentle about it. But,
like, if you're not sure about these games, go with the good reason. Buy it on sale. Not sure about Last of Us 2?
No, don't buy it on sale.
Don't buy it on sale either.
No, I don't think it. No, I don't recommend the game at all. No.
Game Pass if they ever go.
Yeah, but they might add it.
If it get gifted to you again,
you will never be able to get. I will never be able to get that 22 hours back of my life.
Well,
but let's get into this.
Look in the mirror and yell at that person for doing that.
Exactly. But let's get into this. After news, BioWare has lost a number of staff. That happened so recently, including the entire writing team behind Dragon Age: The Veilguard. Of course, it's understandable. We saw how the game went. Not surprising. Even though they did tease that they're going to make a sequel of Veilguard because they have a after credits thing that teases up to the next game.
Probably Veilguard the Apology.
I don't think the sequel is not going to happen. It's probably not going to happen at all. And if they want to do something new with Dragon Age, just completely do something else and actually get people who can write and just make a fucking great game. But that's too much to ask for these days.
I mean, that's what I was going to say. I mean, how could they do a sequel and they lost that wonderful writing staff? How could they ever?
Yeah, exactly. So we learned those same writers are now working on Sony's future Japanese sequel, Ghost of Yotei. So what can possibly go fucking wrong with this game when you have the same story writers in this game? Like Veilguard.
Well, it's time to do the Taiwan tug, so you make sure you know who you're dealing with.
Exactly. So, what do you guys, the panel here, what do you think can go wrong with this game? What do you think can go wrong?
I don't know. Remember what happened with the Indiana Jones thing, and they saw that thing that looked like a thing, and they said, "Oh, it's over. This game is horrible."
Oh God, yeah.
Thing of a thing. Come on,
and remember
man.
what the people who's involved in the game said.
Is it non-binary? I can't
remember the actress is also a non-binary person, so they are probably super happy. That person is super happy with the writers. They're gonna agree on everything.
It doesn't matter if they
you think the main character is gonna be gay?
If they can write.
No, the character gonna be non-binary, a helicopter.
I'm gonna say this right now.
A helicopter
isn't real. Enough said.
There's gonna be a lot of lecturing. That's what you're gonna have. There's gonna be a lot of
identify as a helicopter.
Do you think people really want to buy this game now after they know who the writers are?
You'll still have a massive fan base, just like Assassin's Creed.
Of course,
it's probably going to sell good.
Yeah, of course, there's going to be some people there too.
Even with the word from the studio, even the word from Rockstar saying we're not going to punch down, we're going to do that, we're not going to make those jokes. Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to make all of the money.
Think about of course. But think about maybe killed it. Maybe they can finally put in the pronoun thing in the game. That's so important.
Woo! Well, remember, everybody was hyped on the Saints Row, the last one, and look how much they just screwed that up.
Oh, they killed the company. That game killed the company. They shut down. Yeah, they shut down.
So
it went so terrible.
I'm just about Saints Row. It was fun. The dialogue destroyed it. The dialogue was just so cringe.
Gen Zero. Gen Zero.
The car.
That's what killed it.
The vehicle customization was amazing. The combat was hilarious because you could cunt punt. You could quite literally cunt punt your enemy.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
laughed my
Wow.
ass off.
They've
Yeah,
always
even though
had
they had
fun
hilarious.
shit
Yeah,
mechanics.
even though
Yeah.
they had still certain of this kind of stuff, it was still, they rebooted it for no fucking reason. They changed everything and made it, a little agenda driven, Gen Z styled, and the game didn't sell well, and it came, really fast on sale a lot of places. And because of that game, because they did not listen to the fans who, wanted them to just continue the nonsense, crazy stuff you do. Just continue it. Just fuck it. Just continue it. That's what we want, Even
I
though
got it
Saints Row,
free on Epic. They just
yeah,
gave it away. Here, you have it.
no, exactly. But again, of course, a lot of us we wanted Saints Row to go back to the second game, like the second style. But again, They wanted to go away from GTA and do more of their own thing, understandably so. And what they did was just fun, craziness, and just having fun, and still cool stories. That was just sometimes serious there and sometimes fun. It was like over the place, but we just want to just continue that. That's what made the games sell. You made a whole good franchise with this. Just continue
Mhm.
that.
Yeah.
Don't reboot it and remake the whole universe and make it fucking terrible. Don't do that. And it
That
killed
was
the
No,
our
company.
why
challenge.
The
not?
company shut down. After that, there was a last attempt. I was waiting for it for a long time that they will go under. I've been waiting for it. And that game was the final nail in the coffin. It was the final nail in the coffin to make the company go down. And they had to shut down the company so that it's not a company anymore.
It's
Because of that
it,
game.
it's
Yep.
it's all crazy. I mean, like it's just the former CEO attacking the other CEO and stuff. Blizzard and whatever, Activision Blizzard. It's just like Anthem could have been something special, but they decided to go into this more mediocre loot shooter thing. It could have been this whole thing like, oh hey, we went out of the safe zone and now like there's scary stuff going on, but you didn't get that feeling. But that's what they should have gone with. It's whatever.
Well, that was supposed to be the Destiny killer. But it's like, no, it didn't quite
Yeah, I'm not.
I didn't know. So who in the panel here are any of you gonna check out Ghost of Yotei when you know who the writers for this game is?
I don't know. It just
I
depends
pre-ordered.
how much you want to. You pre-ordered?
I pre-ordered it. Yeah.
No,
Of
I'm gonna
course.
wait because I mean, if we go to the original, Jin Sakai is an amazing main character from the original first one, which I love that game. That's if anybody hasn't played
Yeah,
it,
but look
it's
at
worth
Dragon
playing.
Age again. You saw how great that was, and you saw what happened with Veilguard.
But
We've
again,
seen.
it's just her and her thing. Now, yeah, the writers too, but maybe they might have learned. Maybe
I don't. I don't think so.
I don't know, man. It's
No.
just weird when these games come out. Even
Nope.
Grand Theft Auto
No,
6, like I
those
wanted,
writers are really public of what they believe and think
they
and all that
they
kind of
say
stuff.
these things, and then we'll just see what happens. Look, it hopefully it'll be an Indiana Jones situation that there's well, like Mike was saying the other day.
And
Baron,
hail
of
to
course,
greatness awaits. Hail to hope
that
you're doing well.
there is some kind of
Howdy.
lesbian thing going on in Indiana Jones, but they don't really force it. It's weird, but they don't force it. So
Lesbians, yummy.
yeah,
And Schultz said, "Real trans people don't believe in non-binary either.
Right.
It's new bisexuality, the ones that
I
spread
100% agree
diseases."
with that. Yes. Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Yep.
non-binary is
Well,
not real.
yeah.
Sorry, it's not.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
No.
But yeah, for me, there's not much more to talk about when it comes to this. But we saw what happened with Veilguard. I have a bad
Mhm.
feeling about this game. The first one, everybody loves it. It's a fantastic game, all that kind of stuff.
Chef's kiss.
But
yeah.
this is at least a red flag, a big red flag. Because again, we also have, the former boss, for PlayStation, told gamers don't like it, don't buy it. Of course, that's what we do. We don't like it. We normally don't buy it. But
Which is a great marketing ploy, by the way.
It
It's
is.
just-
right, it's just
great.
like if you don't like it, don't buy it. Okay, I'm not gonna buy.
No.
I didn't buy Veilguard. That was my sister. So I
Yeah,
had
that
no
started
problem
with
buying
stuff
it.
like Battlefront. If you don't, or excuse me,
Yeah,
Battlefield. If you don't
Yeah.
like it, then don't buy it. And be like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's one
No,
of the
exactly.
games, I guess. Yeah.
So, no, of course, I do hope for people that the game will turn out better than expected. Of course, I hope that for people who's gonna buy it, of course. and who wants to give it a shot. Of course, I hope that for people, but it is a red flag. We have been burned many times. We've seen what happened so many times with games. And the same thing too. Me and Cash, we've talked about Life is Strange a lot, for example.
Ugh,
The older games were good. A lot of the older games
the
were
first
good.
one was so freaking good, and then like the DLC or whatever, so freaking good.
Yeah, and then the second one was not too horrible. They still kept the same style and everything, from the original, just with new characters, connected it pretty decently. And then, of course, we had the third game that was just fucking bullshit. That where your power is just emotions, just being an emo girl with emotions, basically. Just
I didn't
and
get into those, man. You continued on. I stopped after Calm of the Storm,
yeah,
I
no,
think
no,
it
no.
was.
I tested it out through college. It was free, Game Pass. It was Game
Yeah,
Pass. I was like,
yeah,
yeah,
I got
fuck it,
you.
I'm gonna try it.
Yeah,
Gonna
why
play
not?
through it. And new writers, different writers. Don't know how many of the original writers was on this, but you saw the difference in the game and the writing, and it was based on Gen Z, Super Gen Z, had an agenda. You saw that all over the place with it. And it's a shit game. I despised it. I played it once, never touched it again. It was just Game Pass. And then, we finally thought that they were listening to the fans because, they were fucking creating a new one and Max is back, all that. A lot of people, were actually, they actually listen to the fans now, right?
Mm.
Yeah,
Finally, after
Yeah.
and
I get it,
no,
but people can say that it's a niche game, but the whole thing is like what they did before all made sense. And this game is we watched a lot of it. It
yeah.
doesn't
And
make
I watched
sense. And
everything,
there
all
is
the
there
cutscenes.
is
Yep,
quite a
yeah.
push. There is quite an agenda push. There is
That
no
is
doubt about that. It
super
is
agenda push.
it
It's
is in your
hardcore.
face, hardcore. Yes.
Hardcore as fuck too. And the ending, you couldn't choose what you did in the first game basically. And Chloe is alive either way, and you're forced to be lesbian with
No.
her
Yeah,
in her
and it was made more
relationship.
sense when she actually the way they had it in the first game. It's just that's just what they do all the time. Is just launder
Because the
this
thing
stuff.
is that they made a comic
Mhm.
book story for the people who wanted Chloe and Max to be together. They made like a
Oh,
whole
of
comic
course.
series
Well,
about it.
fine,
And I'm like,
whatever. Yeah,
okay,
you had told me
that's for
that. Yeah.
yeah, that's for the people who wanted that ending. They have comics. Go ahead, enjoy it. You have comics now, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's also the shift, the time we're living in with the agenda-driven stuff, and also the comics, and they just pulled all they just took basically all the comic continuity into the game, and in the end of the whole game, it's Avengers now. She's gonna assemble a lot of different people with powers, and they're gonna fix the world, time everything.
No.
And remember, it's a trans person who shits on YouTubers like us because we're sexist and homophobes.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you just
Yeah,
on a
and
good note. You always want a happy ending to this story. If you want something with no agenda, just announced last week. Ben Studios. And I told you to try this game. Well, they're going to release a remaster to Days Gone, which, if that sells good, there's talk of maybe Days Gone 2 finally happening. So, no agenda, brilliant game. You're just a badass biker, which you got to take care of your bike. You take out zombies, and they're finally doing they're doing a remaster. It's early, but if the remaster sells, they're talk of doing a game part 2 now because
Just do a part 2. Don't do
I
the
know,
remake, just do a part 2.
Oh, I agree with you. I
No,
love the game. I
exactly.
played but yeah,
Piss on Neil
but if this
Druckmann,
sells,
piss on The Last of Us, to hell with all those games and his little petty ass.
Days Gone is just so
That's
good.
that's the whole
So
thing.
Days
When
Gone's
he
so
had
awesome.
when you listen to him before, and we're talking about
I
around
try
the
not to
time of
listen to
Uncharted.
stats.
Yeah, Uncharted. You're like, oh, this guy makes sense. When he got more power, you're just like, and then you started hearing about things like
Where the
Anna
talent actually came
Sarkeesian
from.
was a consultant on the Last of Us, and you're just like, what
I'm
the
going to need therapy after this stream because of all this PTSD y'all are forcing upon me. Anthem,
Yeah.
Tosh, Anita Carson.
We are not gonna pay for it. Yeah, we know you love Tosh. That was the main love you wanted. We know.
Tosh.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he agrees. He agrees,
But
everybody.
ever
what, that
since
would-
Neil Cuckman or Druckmann or whatever you want to call him,
Yes, I would.
he ever since he got a higher power over there, got a higher position, things just have not been the same. And so maybe that intergalactic game will turn out well. I don't know. I'm not excited about playing personally a shaved head GI Jane space invader
Yeah,
lady.
you showed me the
whatever, but
gameplay on it, right? You showed me it, right? Not the
the
trailer.
gameplay might be decent, but I'm just like, look, this would be a chance, and they're not known for this, but this would be a chance for Naughty Dog to say, hey, we'll let you pick what character you want.
Well, I'm just gonna let me do one last
Naughty
bit on
Dog
this
is gonna
Days
do-
Gone thing. If you already
Yes.
own it for PC for a smaller bit, you can
Naughty
just
Dog.
upgrade to
Mhm.
the remastered for it too. So
yeah,
that you don't actually have to outright buy it. And there actually is more missions and more weapons too. So it's going to be
Well,
worth it,
see,
I
the
think.
funny thing also, and I think there was a streamer that I know, another streamer that said this, that what they did with the Last of Us remastered, not the one for PS4, but the other one that came out, because it seems like there was like 10,000 Last of Us games. Let's remaster this. Let's do this.
Yeah.
And what they did was they wanted to make sure that you knew that Joel killing the person to save Ellie was actually Abby's father, and so then they tie it in. It's like, that's such bullshit, guys. Come on. But that this random guy turns out to be Abby's father, and that's why Abby has to kill Joel in the second game.
There's nothing wrong
Right.
It's
with
so weak.
No, no,
It's
no,
so
hold on.
weak,
There's
man.
nothing
Yeah.
wrong with that part of the story. That's not the unbelievable thing. It's just all of a sudden, Abby, you had a character that had motivation to get revenge on Joel. The number one and again, nobody had a problem that Joel die.
No, Joel
It's
dying is
how-
the way he dies.
it's
That's
It's
right.
how he
process.
died and how he was
Exactly.
out of
You just don't want
character.
your
He was
favorite
out of
character to-
character and how he
Right,
died.
right.
His
right. So-
his behavior, his
And
brother,
the
like-
worst part of it all, the trailers they were creating was a lie.
Well, then
trailer
on
was
top
lying.
of it, you have to play as Abby, and people are like, "Oh, well, you can watch gameplay."
And then you need to get
they can
Smash, you
show
know, Abby Smash,
Yeah.
right?
It doesn't. Yeah, you want to play as Abby half. No, I want to play the rest of the game as Ellie because I like playing that as that character. But,
Yeah, she is one of the main characters with Joel, right?
They could have
So-
done the exact same story, flipped it around instead of,
Yes.
oh, let's kill Joel, and then you have to play as Abby. No, no. It was poorly handled.
No.
In
It's
multiple
poor.
aspects.
Yeah, I don't think Pedro Pascal is a bad Joel. I don't like the person.
Oh,
they
he's
cast for Ellie,
terrible.
though. He's okay.
He plays himself all the time. What
I
the fuck are you
know,
on
but-
about? He plays
but
himself
he's-
all the time.
I don't think he's
Get
terrible.
rid of that
in role.
mustache. Get rid of
Yeah,
that mustache.
right. Getting rid of that.
He always has that damn mustache, man. He
Yeah,
barely
but
shaves it.
then the women will get mad because they over him.
I just don't think he needs to be in everything, but I don't think he was terrible as Joel from the episodes that I saw. So I just don't, certain things that they went away from that worked so well in the games, they should have kept in the show. But Neil Druckmann, we're going to change things if we feel they need to be changed in the show. Okay, great.
I loved it. I loved the show.
Did you like it a
Yeah, I
lot?
liked it.
Yep.
I think
I liked it.
really
I liked
loved
it.
it. I watched it with my dad, and just nothing but praise. I'm sorry, except for that. Except for
You
episode
liked
7. it was
Ellie?
boring.
I couldn't see her as Ellie, man.
Okay, miscasting, absolute miscasting. But I don't think she did a terrible job. It's just like,
Yeah.
nah. I mean,
Yeah.
I didn't have a problem with the 3rd episode that everyone spurred out about. It's like, yeah, I mean, I didn't have a
I
problem
just
with
wish I know, and somebody I remember attacking me for that on another panel. It made me laugh.
Everybody loves to attack you.
No, it was the.
But at least you're not banned.
I know, right? No, but
I always attack them.
I'm not banned yet. No, but it was like the way that they did it. It's like Bill. I didn't like the suicide. Well, spoiler alert, but I didn't like the whole suicide
spoiler
pact.
alert.
That was my problem. Not the whole thing with the love story. The way that they ended, because I feel like Ellie, just like in the game, should have been able to meet Bill, but whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
They
we are gonna
decided
get
to
in
go in
some
a better direction, a different
exact.
direction.
But we are gonna get into some other stuff too, and it's gonna be
Hey,
interesting
Leo.
to hear your
Yeah.
point of view on it. And who here likes anime?
Me.
It's, I'm
Yeah, I
picky about it, but it can be cool. Yeah.
Born and raised.
Depends.
Yeah. So of course, I just thought this was fun to bring up.
it. Oh, fuck.
So,
Sorry.
oh yeah,
Oh.
yeah, of course.
Not
And
again.
I like
other
some
than
of his
that,
stuff. I'm not gonna say his movies
Yeah,
are funny,
yeah.
and
yeah, but
sometimes he
I want
goes
to say
overboard.
hail to Leia Rose in the chat,
Oh.
and I think that's on Cash's site.
No.
So, because
Oh.
everybody, we are
Mm.
live on different YouTubes, of course. So if you're
Yes,
on the
yes.
other shows here, hail to you for watching our show and listen to us talking about stuff and having a great time and maybe need therapy after this, according to Kilted.
Mhm.
Haven't seen you in a while. We missed you, Leah Rose.
Yes.
But of course, Matt Walsh attacks anime again. Says men who likes it are morbidly obese.
Morbidly obese.
Morbidly, yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. How do you guys feel about that? Do you think that's accurate?
No.
I
It
can't
doesn't
say it. I
matter.
can't
No.
say it on the channel.
It's a silly
Men
stuff.
who are morbidly obese.
Mhm.
I don't know. I
Very
guess
much
if
ironic
you
with
did
that
a
title.
poll, I mean, they would say the
Oh,
same
but
if
that-
with
that-
the. Yeah, go ahead.
he's saying that's so damn ironic with that title. Thank you, Maxwell.
So there's one thing I want to
Thank
say.
you.
Yes, in the anime community, there are creepy people. At least some people might be obese.
No.
It's
You can
might be
find
obese
creepy people in any community.
That's right.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Hey,
man.
As someone who's obese
exactly.
and creepy, I take.
Oh,
I find it damn creepy that Matt Walsh is such a damn creepy himself. Fuck him.
Okay, I'm gonna
What the
say
hell-
this as a
what-
person.
exactly.
This
I used to.
Hello,
me and
Crit.
a bunch of people had a
There's a-
we had
That's
a,
a Crit out there.
cosplay group.
Yeah.
We used to have a
An orchid
cosplay
sighting.
group, and
It's an
yes,
orc
there's
sighting.
people
Time
that
for a
are
poker.
obese
No, I'm
that
kidding.
don't know how to shower, that sit in line and they wait and they so they exist, but no,
Yeah,
the
I
majority
thought
is
that was
not.
Friday Night Magic.
But let's get into the article. Of course, they call him right wing. Everybody's a right wing these days, no matter what it is. If you don't have the
I
same
mean,
ideas,
Isn't he?
He is very much so.
He's
Mhm.
he's very.
Well,
consistent.
my
Matt Walsh
point
is
is
like
that
uber
that term
conservative.
is dead. The term is overused. That's what I mean.
Well,
about
he's
it.
very
Yeah, but he's
right-wing,
Yeah.
so
he's a,
I
he's a
know,
uber
I know,
conservative,
I know
so-
what you mean. But so are we.
moss-colored person.
We're all alt right these days.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
My dumb sense is
and Kilted is the worst one of them. Oof.
Apparently so.
Yeah, you on Twitter /X, such a right wing.
Yeah.
But no, the Daily Wire host Matt Walsh has been attracting controversy by once again making mock inflammatory statements against anime fans and gamers, because we're all terrible. We're all terrible people who likes anime and games. It's not great.
Yeah.
It started earlier this week in the anniversary of Matt Walsh in famous statement that anime is satanic. I remember that. Yeah. Why do you guys feel about
No,
that?
right.
Is anime satanic?
Oh yeah.
No.
Hail anime! Hail anime!
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what anime he's been watching. I mean, sure, I'm sure you can
I don't know.
find some that would be considered that, but yeah.
Yeah, you can
It's
find
the big-
Christian-styled anime,
Watch
Satanist
Helsing. That can be
anime.
confused.
Yeah,
Helsing,
Helsing, Ultimate. Oh,
Yeah.
that's good. Yeah, exactly.
It's the big Hooter stuff that he gets.
Yeah, but he can find anything from very wholesome Christian stuff to really disturbing,
Yes.
Mm.
So again,
bastardized, disgusting,
course.
type of anime that he
Exactly,
is,
yeah, please.
are against. But this is Matt Walsh. Anything that comes from his mouth, I'm sorry, but I don't believe in. But when it comes to this thing that is anime,
Yeah.
definitely,
No,
he is not a
totally-
geek. He is not.
Yeah. No, exactly. So he continued with,
No.
of course, continues with, Walsh took some time to reflect on this moment and chose to double down, saying that yes, anime is probably satanic, or at least Satan influenced. Okay.
Probably satanic.
Sure. Okay, I don't know what anime you have been trying to watch, man. I don't know, dude.
I don't know. I mean, yeah,
Uh,
I'm sure if he sees like Helsing and stuff like that, you'd say that. But
Yeah. It's like, there are
That's
some
not everything.
horrible animes out there too, of course, but
Mhm.
he has
I mean,
found the worst
there are
ones.
certain animes out there that are, very grotesque. I mean,
Of course it is.
Yes.
Mhm.
But it's easy to not watch it if you don't want to.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's-
exactly. You can
Like, when
easily
you
just
watch-
ignore it, move away from it.
Exactly.
Or
a
if
lot of
you watch
anime that
something
I don't
awesome like
watch.
Dragon
So
Ball or Naruto or I don't know Sailor Moon. I don't know what the hell. But
yeah, right.
he's going for the satanic view. This is just
Yeah.
not the '90s stuff. I don't like
Reminds
it.
me of the days when
Pretty much.
He-Man and even Harry Potter, it's Satan, like because magic. I'm like, what?
Yeah,
Oh.
this is the same
Yeah,
thing.
Could
It's
be,
it's the same.
same bullshit. It's just with
Yeah.
could
different.
it
Satanic.
be Satan?
Yeah, exactly.
But of course, so let's see what more, you know. However, he says that he no longer believes men who watch anime to be genuine threat to society, but only because they're or morbidly obese and even more fragile than the social justice warriors on the left. What? Okay. Well,
Hmm.
okay. Interesting view, Walsh. Interesting view, man.
Yeah.
Do you guys agree with him?
Well, no, and I'm still gonna
They
say
are
I
all
like some of his
morbidly
movies.
obese.
Like if anybody ever seen his docu or mockumentaries, like What's a Woman and the other one
like
about being
he's good
white,
with that.
they're
That-
funny,
that's-
they're
that-
entertaining. I don't even
yeah.
hate them,
Mhm.
you know.
Yeah.
But
No.
this is just a dumb take. This is just so stupid. Like whatever. He's looking for clicks.
Well-
I think it's just
well,
clicks.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the one thing where I sit back and I said to Brandon, the anime guy, and a few others, and there's a problem with getting anime promoted out there because everyone thinks of the boobs and the blood and
Yes.
the silly anime out there, and they think that's all anime is because
Yeah,
I
but
know
it's
there's
not.
one thing I know, but that's the one
Not
thing I will side a little bit with on that is because a lot of the weebs focus on that, and let's face
Yes,
it, a lot
that's
of them
one thing I
are
agree with. That's one thing I agree with. Thank you for mentioning that,
Yeah.
actually. Because no,
Right.
that's one thing I agree with. There are certain people out there who are, again, as I said, creepy in that kind of sense, and only
Mhm.
focus on that because they are fucking weebs. And
Mhm.
yeah, I'm a big anime lover, but I'm not a fucking weeb. And most animes that I like to watch are not that kind of anime. I like more of the
Right.
dark thriller stuff,
Right.
sometimes comedy. And I did, you
Mhm.
know, stuff like Dragon Ball. Even that Dragon Ball has some sexual humor here and there back in the day, but that was just, you know, part of Japanese humor. You know, we just have to get
Right.
used to it. It's just part
Yeah.
of their humor.
Yeah, it's the
Uh,
culture.
It's a
And-
culture, but again, you look at the stories, the seriousness too, and like it depends on what you want and like. But there are
Mhm.
crazy people out there who's just thinking about all the sexy girls. Oh, look at this, she's sexy,
Yeah.
she's sexy, and most of the girls are underage characters. Like, dude, you know the age
Right.
of the character, right? That's an underage girl,
Yeah.
right? But then
16.
a lot,
Yeah.
and
But
a
over
lot
there,
of
it's
them,
not underage. At
yeah,
16.
exactly.
Watch High School of the Dead. It's that thing's just a lot of fan
And
service.
of course,
high school
some of
girls,
those
it's like,
people
oh,
are
gosh.
creeps again because
Mhm.
I've heard a lot of. I don't say everybody's like that, of course, because a lot of us like anime. But there are many people
Yeah.
out there who's like, you know, but you know, it's animated. It's not real, so you're allowed to say they're sex. I'm like, that's even
Mhm.
more creepy. You know, that's
Right. And I hate to say it.
I mean,
A lot of those
there's levels to anything. Let's be clear.
Mhm.
There's levels to anything. When it comes to
Mm.
anything, whether it's fiction or not. Let's be
oh yeah,
real.
of course.
I mean, but
Well, it ties
and
in
I-
exactly.
but that's the
in
blame
this
they
case,
always use. That's the
Ian
blame they
thinks
always
that
use.
every single person who watches anime,
Mhm.
it
Well,
could be
the thing
something. It could be something just benign and wholesome, like I don't know example, but whatever it
Spy Family.
sure. But
That's
it could be something very easy or something very disturbing, and
Yeah.
there's anything that makes the one thing the same or not the same as the other.
Mhm.
That's how these type of people is.
Yeah.
To see anime and it's
Right.
this is Satan. This is something that is going to corrupt.
It's just stupid. Yeah.
Yep.
like-
Well,
So of course,
the thing-
That's how they are.
the
well,
thing-
I'm
continue,
sorry.
Baron.
well, the thing is, and unfortunately, a lot of those that with the boob and bloods and more boob than blood happen to be overweight people that like to hug their little hentai pillows, and
Yep,
unfortunately,
there
it
are,
almost
there
begin
are
to
some of
face-
them. There are some
Yeah.
of them.
Hey,
Yeah.
I have a Dakimakura. Leave it alone. Leave it alone.
But the thing is they become the front men of association of what anime is, and anime now
Yes.
has this big battle because now you got to sit back and say, well, did you like the Transformers and GI Joe growing up? Yeah, well, that's anime. Did you like Star Blazers if you saw or Voltron? That's
Robotech,
anime.
Star Blazers. Yeah.
Yes, yeah, Voltron
Right.
is definitely considered anime. Yeah.
And
Oh, yeah, another one.
there's a whole slew of different things. You have things with soccer or football, as you want to call, if they want to call it. In sports,
Yeah.
they got romance. They got comedy, like
They-
Spy Family.
They got everything.
Which is it's
Yes.
somewhat wholesome and fun, even though there is some violence in it.
Yeah.
it-
No, you
it's
have
like anime-
everything.
Right, and a lot of the people in the anime have do a shit job properly promoting it.
Yeah.
They
Oh,
need to
hell
get that
yeah.
out there
I
and
don't-
say this is
Mhm.
more than just what we see. So Matt Walsh has just taken a look at a small segment and now covering the whole thing, which is not correct.
Yeah.
I mean, you got romances
Yep.
where girls are watching it, and I wouldn't call a lot of these girls.
I want to say
overweight,
this:
obese,
if he
whatever.
actually wants to fight some of the weird anime people, go after the people who are actually dangerous in that community. That
Yeah.
who's getting
Well,
who
that's
death threats because two of the characters didn't hook up and all this.
Th-
Yeah.
That's
crazy
why you don't
people.
want to, because that's look at the creepy stuff that's been going on in Blue Sky, and I'm sure there could be anime stuff on there too.
Yeah.
I don't even want to know,
Mhm.
but
I don't have Blue
the-
Sky, so I don't know.
the anime communities, you probably don't want to join a lot of them, or maybe any of them, because the thing is, if you say something that's wrong, or you're laughing at something that somebody said something,
Mhm.
you'll probably get banned from
And
it.
Charlotte is right here.
Mhm.
Walsh is the lead of the woke right. That's actually a pretty good way to say it.
Yeah.
It's not only after clicks. Pris, you hit the nail
Yeah.
on the head. Yeah.
Right. I mean, now if he is going for saying that we need to do something to ban this and all that, then definitely woke. But if he's got this bad take on it, that's just him being an idiot or not taking the time to want to look at things a little bit beyond what that level.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter anything along the way.
Well, this
He's got
is
a bad
also
take
the
and acts like a
guy
moron.
who also said like how bad Sonic 3 is. It's just crazy. I'm like, I haven't watched it yet, but I just can't
Oh, Sonic
imagine.
3 is good.
I
Highly
can't
recommend
imagine.
it. It's
I
fucking
can't
good.
imagine that, considering like it's like, well, maybe it's just not for you, but maybe your kids would
Yeah.
enjoy it. Oh, it was horrible. Like,
Mhm.
Yeah.
if you want to feel that way, I just feel that's a
Yeah.
bad take, Walsh. But whatever.
Mhm.
Yeah. So of
Matt-
course,
I mean, it's Matt Walsh, so yeah.
yeah. So Walsh
Yeah.
editors team then compared Men Who Watch Anime to Inflated Aunt Marge from Harry Potter, a nasty woman who is inflated with so much air that she becomes a balloon, and in the movies floats out of the house. So that's what his team comparing, people who watch anime
Oh
to.
God.
Well, thank you, team. Yeah, and you're all. There's one word I really want to say, but I can't say it.
So we're just sort of like a floating auntie.
Yeah, we are. We are.
Oh, that's great.
Well,
Yeah, it's great. That means I can fly. That's cool.
No, the thing is, she can't really fly. She's just bloated.
I know.
That's floating uncontrollably because of magic.
yeah.
Then
I
we can
mean,
then we can finally use this. They fly now.
They fly now.
They fly now.
I mean, that's the sad thing. I mean, I'm conservative, so like I said, I go
I'm
after everybody, even if
conservative
they're people
too.
that are on the right side of things. And
Yeah.
Matt Walsh, you're a moron.
Yeah.
But then again, he works for Ben Shapiro, and I don't have much respect for Ben Shapiro.
No, I agree with you. I'm not the biggest fan of Ben Shapiro either. He has some good takes here and there. Here and
Yes.
there, I
He
do agree
makes
with him,
sense,
but
yes.
Yeah.
a lot of times I'm like, bro, you have to shut up, dude. Now you're
Right.
getting, now you're
Well,
now you're just acting
the-
like an idiot. Seriously.
Well, the thing is, at the moment you say something that might be critical of something that Israel does, he starts attacking you and start going into the area he's calling anti-Shemitic. And it's
Yeah,
like, where
and-
did anybody
And I will
say
always say
anything about
this: when you go to
anti-Jewish?
if you're gonna like talk, debate, or talk, as
Yeah.
fast as you go to a personal attack and all that you have lost the debate, you've lost the
Yeah.
talking points, you've lost. When you go to attack
Mhm.
like that, you've lost. If you're gonna talk
Right.
about it, you're gonna do it properly. But if you go to attack, nope, done. It's like if I ever have a
Right.
debate with someone, and I've had debates before, but it's as fast, if they go to attacking me and
Yeah.
and going ballistic on them, I'm like, I'm done talking. I have nothing more to say. You lost the debate. You lost it now. I have nothing more
Yeah.
to say. You proved yourself that you cannot handle a debate. You're not handled to talk. So we're done. Easy as that.
Right. Well, yeah, and that's just it. I mean, you know, nobody's perfect. If you point out something that there's a chink in the armor, whether it's U.S.,
A
Canada,
what? A what?
England,
What did you say? No.
a
Kink.
chink in the armor, kink, whatever, in the armor, whether it's the United States, Canada, Japan, England, it doesn't matter. You point that out. You're not anti that country or the people. But the thing is,
I
he
agree
thinks
with
it's
you,
a
Chris.
personal attack.
I agree. Welch is a moron.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a moron. He's a
He
buffoon.
definitely can be about stuff. Yes.
Yeah. But
So,
so let's see. Blah 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 blah. In other segments on the show, it shows following in the eternal statements against anime fans. Walsh doubled down on his related pop culture take. Separately took to task conservative fans. Depends on how you want to use the conservative fans. Because I'm conservative, Baron is conservative. A lot of
yeah,
people are conservative here. Not everybody, of course, but a lot of
you know,
us. Um,
unapologetically so.
yeah, exactly.
Right. I mean,
Who spent all day watching anime, who's being attracted to underage anime girls? There is a lot of them who are. There is a
yeah,
lot of them, as we've talked about, mentioned earlier. There's
yeah.
a lot of those creeps out there, and it will always be. It's
Man.
always that in
Mhm.
other fandoms too, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
But
It's an
retraining.
individual thing. That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't
Right.
matter if
And
you are conservative or liberal or left leaning or right leaning. It doesn't matter.
No.
mhm.
Doesn't
It
matter
really
what
doesn't.
political
It's
side
about
you are.
interest.
It's
That's
Yeah.
about
what.
Well,
exactly,
If you enjoy it, enjoy it. If you don't, you don't. I'm sorry.
well,
exactly.
That's how I
well, I
see
mean,
it.
well, again, it's where I sit back and say, being an ugly American doesn't necessarily extend the fact that you're outside of the country. You can be an ugly American within this country, and it's just a matter you just don't understand the culture. In Japan, 16 is the legal age, and whether you like it or not,
Yep.
right? So anime is
Yep.
going to have stuff around that. Now, it's how it's received. So if you have a bunch of the weirdos out there getting excited over 16-year-olds, yeah, we have an issue. But
Yep.
if they're just interested
Well,
in the
yeah,
story, that's a different
I
thing.
do
Yeah.
get that though, but
But the
that's
thing
not
is,
Yeah.
about
it's
that.
understanding that there's different cultures that do different things, whether you like it or not.
Mhm.
And this is a popular thing that's coming from a culture that is different than you. And you got to quit thinking that every place out there is America Junior.
And
That
Charlotte
they all
says 13 is legal in Japan. It
they
used
changed.
to be. They
It
changed
used
it
to
to
be.
16.
They changed it.
Mhm.
Yeah. I think so.
But yeah,
Yeah,
you're
they
right.
changed
So
it.
you're gonna find
Yeah, but it used
older
to be
anime
13.
that
Yeah.
deals with 13-year-olds.
Yeah. You know they changed.
Yeah.
They have changed it. They
Yeah,
have.
how about 5 years ago or how
Yeah,
long
it was
ago?
something like that. It's been a while
Yeah.
now. I think they changed it.
Heck,
Mhm.
our creepy
Yeah.
leader put it to 16. It used to be 18. Our creepy leader
Yeah.
here in Canada, it's 16 now. I'm like, what?
Yeah, same as
Guy-
Norway.
Oh,
16
the
in
guy who
Norway
loves going
also.
to
Yeah,
Taylor Swift
I gotta
concerts
change it.
by
Yeah,
himself.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Yeah,
why he
she-
changed it to 16. It's like, hey, I'm at the culture. Maybe,
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
my
it
father
is.
took over an island nation. You know that?
Yeah. But also, returning past statements that anime is deranged and inappropriate for grown-ass men to be enjoying, Walsh made it clear that he isn't apologizing or retracting any of his previous statements against this segment of pop culture. While some of Walsh fans agree, calling anime woke, and that's the stupidest thing you can do because anime is
Yeah.
not woke.
Mhm.
Again, if you watch a lot of anime or read mangas, like a lot of the people here on the panel has done, and a lot of other people out there who's content creators
Mhm.
and not content creators, you have everything from gay love, lesbian love, and other stuff like
Mhm.
that. It's always
Yeah.
been natural, and the things that they have never forced it on you. They always made it
Mhm.
natural in the story. It's not like they don't try to force it on you, and that this has been
Mhm.
that way since the 90s, since whatever. It's always been there in manga and anime,
Mhm.
but especially in manga, it's always been normal there. And that's why we
And
like
there's
Baron.
been certain categories like shonen, shoujo, isekai, And
Exactly.
of course, the more mature stuff, which is like yaoi,
Exactly.
yuri, etc.
Yes,
So
exactly.
Mhm.
Always been there, and that's why we mentioned, like Baron and other have mentioned earlier. You can find everything there. You
Mhm.
basically find everything of
Yep.
your interest. If you are
Yeah.
interested to read about lesbian love stories, you have it. If you're
Mhm.
interested in like just action and blood and good storytelling, like Berserk, for
Mhm.
example, you got
Yeah.
it. You want a thriller like Death Note, you got it. You got everything
Yeah.
that you want.
Hey,
Comedy, you got it.
They had
you
one on
wanted
Vikings
assassin.
recently. Actually, I just
Mhm.
watched. What was the? I forget the name of it now. It was really good.
You have
Well,
horror,
Bike.
you got
you
it.
want if you want to deal
Musicals,
with a
you got
cold
it.
blooded, yeah. If you want a cold blooded assassin, go 13. Boom, there you go. I mean,
Oh, I love that one. Yeah, and
yeah.
Max. I love Max. Robotech. Yes, Macross.
Mhm.
Everybody. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
just. Oh.
You want
Our
samurai stories? You
yeah,
got it.
our bizarre science fiction, science fantasy horror like Vampire Hunter D. I mean,
Yeah.
there's a wide range. You want political satire? Galaxy Express 999.
Yeah.
I mean that deals a lot with political satire of Japan. We might not necessarily get it, but people in Japan do. But it still transcends the ocean.
Heck, they have
People still
one.
enjoy it.
They have an anime about cells. I forget the name of it now. We talked about it one time on another show.
Works at
It was about red.
cells. Cells at
Yeah,
work.
it's just about cells in your body, but it's hilarious. It's like what?
Yeah, it's a
It's
lot of
like
good action. It's a really good one. I've read a lot of them. I really
Yep.
enjoy it, and I'm really hyped for the live action movie when it finally comes out to streaming.
Hmm.
Really excited for it. It's gonna be fun to watch because one of my favorite Japanese actors are in it, so super excited for it.
Hmm.
But you got everything. So calling it woke is the stupidest thing you can do when it comes
yeah,
to
Right.
anime and manga, because it's not that
Yeah.
at all. And of
Take
course
a
we
look at
have the
Sword
whole
Art Online.
yeah,
Boom.
exactly. And also, of course, you guys mentioned this, after watching Sonic 3 in the past few months, Walsh also been
Mm.
warring with fans of the film, calling it one of the worst children's film ever made, saying it was inappropriate for both children and adults. And
Mm-hmm.
there I heavily fucking disagree with you. This
Mm-hmm.
movie,
100%.
the third movie, is perfect for kids. It's good for grown up. It has everything that we have been talking about for years, what we want in movies.
Hmm.
It has
Yeah.
every single thing that we wanted. That's why
Yeah.
the creator listened to fans. He
Hmm.
listened to the fans, fixing the franchise, making it good for
Yeah.
people. So
Exactly.
so
It,
dumb take, this is a dumb take. Before we get more
well,
into it, I do want to say hail to Pacific 414. Hail to you, brother. If you
hey,
want to pop
boss.
in, I have a link for you if you want to pop in. You're always welcome to pop in, Mike.
Yeah.
Continue.
Then. Oh no, I just said, hey, boss. So, but no, I mean, when it comes right down to it, I just ignore, because Matt Walsh, whether it's by intention, his intention to it, or he just going being an idiot. It's just trying to get people riled up and talking about it, which of course gets his name out there, and it's like I refuse to fall for that bait. It's like you got a bad take, you're being a moron. Uh,
Mm.
you know, have a nice day. I'd rather talk to somebody who has a little bit more wherewithal, someone who's got more. If you're going to debate about it or talk about it, you damn well better have your study up on it and know what the fuck you're talking about. Excuse my
Yeah, you need to
language.
study up the evidence that you're claiming.
Hmm.
A lot of things, where's the receipt,
Yeah. And we just said it right here. Yeah, we agree there is a segment in there, but show me anywheres, any group or whatever. There's a segment where you go, damn, those guys are weird. We don't really want them around us.
Exactly, exactly. So,
Yes, I am
any
T-Gap. You know that.
and Pacific said, thanks for the link. I'm going to watch from the sidelines tonight. That's completely fine, brother. And remember, you're always welcomed whenever we have a show. It's good to see you. Good to have you in the chat. It means a
Mhm.
lot. You're a good brother. We love you, man.
He'll sit
Um,
out there unless we hit something where he really has to say something
yeah,
about it. Which I don't blame him. I don't blame him.
no,
I would
exactly.
too.
And any final thoughts on the Matt Walsh thing, Chris? Any final
Nah.
thoughts that you want to say?
Yeah.
In the end, I don't really care that much because it is what
Just
it
dumb.
is.
Just
You know,
dumb.
he and Mark Hamill can go and hit some dubs, drink a lot of drinks, and watch their pants fall down.
Exactly.
Exactly.
At least you can be
The-
like David Tennant and wear a kilt, Mark, for crying out loud. You know.
Yeah, God, I saw the video. I saw the video
God.
with Mark. God, that was
Yeah.
embarrassing.
He
That's
was
our
drunk.
hero. You know, that's our Luke Skywalker. You know, the guy who played Luke. You know, our hero.
But I will give him props though. He was still able to barely miss a beat with what he was saying while he's pulling up his pants. So I have to give him props on that.
Yeah.
Which makes me wonder, this isn't the first time, is it, Mark?
Oh, it's not the first time, man.
Yeah.
I know Cash
But
is
Greg
BR.
Redfield had.
I know Cash is BRB. Kilted. Any final thoughts on him?
Matt Walsh is a twat.
Well said.
I would-
Easy
I
on the
wouldn't-
wall. Good.
Consider anything he says.
You don't take his
like, at
recommendation?
all. No.
Well,
No.
remember, he can be like a clock and be right twice a day, but other than that,
Mm.
broken clock, I should say. But but do you want to sit around for that? That's the thing. It's like, nah. You and Ben Shapiro can just go and piss and moan. You know.
Yeah.
You
What
can
about
sit
you,
back and say
Tom?
about how bad Candace Owen is and stuff like that, and how you're glad
Yeah,
you got rid of
exactly.
her.
And what about you, Tom?
Okay, this take is stupid. I would say I don't hate his films though. I don't. Like What's a Woman is funny as hell because he actually brings up some really interesting points. Because those idiots are like, oh, I don't know, you know. Like, so some of his films
Yeah.
are funny, and he actually brings up
He
points.
should stay
But
to
then
that, right? That's what he should
Yeah,
stay
he-
to.
But
Yeah.
he can go way over too far to the other side and just put. And I've seen some stuff
Mhm.
like, yeah, you're really just pushing. And he likes. I mean, he gets clicks though from it. He gets views. He knows what he's doing. He's not
Yeah.
stupid.
Yeah, of course.
No, he's not.
So
But the thing is, with those movies like you're talking about, that's the stuff he actually has ammunition on. That's the stuff that he knows.
exactly.
Obviously,
yeah.
he doesn't know anything about gaming. He doesn't know anything about anime.
No,
He doesn't know anything
nothing.
about science fiction. So,
Oh,
people
exactly.
he's
have
one of
been
those
playing
that
this
was
for
in high
years.
school that thought they were all the nerds and you don't hang around with them. I'm just going to sit around and watch the football players in the locker room as they're changing and showering.
Well, let's go on to this. Anybody? What was that show from the '80s? Tom Hanks was in it. They played D&D. Remember, he played the wizard, and he went
Well-
nuts. And they thought,
Well, that was Mazes and Monsters. It was a movie that was designed
Yeah.
to demonize
Yeah,
D&D.
exactly.
D&D
That's
because people saw.
yeah.
A lot of people thought it was satanic and stuff. I'm like, no, it's just a game, which I
Welcome,
love.
Right.
the Satanic Panic in the late 70s, early 80s.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
this has been
I
going
remember
on
that.
forever.
I remember that. No, I kind of find it funny that back in the day, those people were the ones attacking us for playing D&D, and now today it's the people that make D&D that's attacking us that used to play D&D.
Isn't that funny how it is?
Yeah, it is. It's like you realize that you wouldn't be playing D&D today if it wasn't for us in doing these fights with
Exactly.
waffles. So
No, exactly.
or as T-Gap
exactly.
said, douche canoe. I like that. Douche canoe.
Yeah,
and
douche
waffle.
canoe. That's a good one. Yeah. And we're gonna get to my final topic at least before we get to Baron and the stuff,
What?
and of course Kilted. Going there, gonna read
What?
some stuff.
What about
Yeah.
Cash? Cash needs to read something.
He's gone right now, making his what do you call it again? He's
Well,
taking
he's
that-
got his teriyaki flavored tofu he likes to wrap in kale and eat. It's a California delicacy, and along with some bean sprouts and stuff like that. So maybe some hummus on the side. So yeah, I mean, he lives that California lifestyle. Last Thanksgiving they had a tofu turkey. Can you
Yeah.
believe that?
Now, so I want to talk about a show that has come out of season 3 that I want to talk a little bit about. So can be maybe some spoilers here and there in it, but so be aware of it, of course. And that is Invincible. Because I do not agree completely with this. But before we get into that, is Phil McCracken is in the house. Hi,
That's
Phil.
what we need. Yeah. The king of the trolls and his little troll bot army.
Yeah, so he said, who is Cash Money? Where is Cash Money? Why the fuck is there a Cash Money?
Because he pays for the show. Because he's
Yeah,
got
he
the money.
pays for sure.
He's got the money bin. He bought
So,
himself a nobility card, so it's
Mm.
Lord Cash money. now.
exactly. So, who here on the panel has been watching Invincible, the series?
I only seen part of the first season. I don't have Amazook no more, but yeah, I was watching. I think I got through almost the full first season of it, and I found it interesting.
Yeah.
On there, it's definitely a different take. I did not find it distasteful. I would continue watching it.
Yeah. Kilted?
Nope.
Tom?
What? No, no.
I
Oh,
heavily recommend it. So
yeah.
I just want to talk a bit about that. I disagree because sometimes it is good to point out disagreements, and
Mhm.
I want to see what the writers of this writer from Cosmic Book News, Matt, has said about the show so far with season 3 because I'm just interested and I want to talk about it. So, of course, he said Invincible season 3 sucks. Uh, the show is not even done yet. We are like in the 5th episode. The show is not even
Mhm.
done yet. You can't conclude a whole show yet. But let's see here. I hoped that after how bad season 2 was, so apparently he didn't like season 2. I did not mind season 2. I actually
Mhm.
enjoyed season 2, so I disagree with that take. Um, especially with that split season. Again, that happens with most shows these days, not
Mhm.
just this show.
Yeah,
Not something I'm gonna criticize. I'm used to it. It's been happening for years with shows now.
yeah. And it's not
But
the people who make the show's fault; it's the distributor. So.
yep, and of course, yes, I prefer when you put out a full season instead of split season. But I've seen so many shows through the years, and it's always been like this. Most of the stuff that I've been watching, it's just like, damn,
Mhm.
I have to wait so long to the next season, like the next part of the
Mhm.
season. Even Cobra Kai did the same thing, but Cobra Kai was still goddamn fucking good. Um, uh, let's see, they would improve season 3 and bring more in the line with the stellar first season. However, so far Invincible season 3 sucks. It's slow, filler heavy, and boring. And I don't think it's a lot of fillers. I'd heavily disagree with that. I see the stories that they actually are doing in the show. And again, that we have a little fillers here and there in the shows are pretty normal with a lot of shows. It's to build up stuff. Sometimes it's just for an episode. That happens with a lot of shows, not just this. I don't have a big problem with it. Sometimes it can be annoying, but it depends on how you do it. You know what I mean? Depends on how
Mhm.
you do it. I watch a lot of Super Sentai, for example, the original Power Rangers from Japan, right?
Mhm. Yeah.
A lot of episodes there, it's like 50 episodes per fucking season. Yes, they're big seasons, but yes, there are filler episodes, but that's heavy fillers. But again, even with the fillers, you have stories there that will continue on and you will, get more in tuned with the character, right?
Mhm. Right.
And this is what they have done with this. They're building up the other characters. Getting to the new storyline, building up, and I think they're doing a pretty decent job on it. But that's me. Um, Back in the day, we all used to call comics written by Brian Michael Bendis talking heads because it was all they were. Panel after panel of characters, heads with words, balloons full of dialogue. Invincible, Invincible season 3 reminds me of that. Um, I, I disagree with that. Sorry, not
Mhm.
sorry, but I disagree with that with season 3. And yes, there's a lot of DB Dragon Ball Z fillers too. But some of the
Mhm.
fillers were actually important for the show itself to build up stuff. Not all the fillers I cared for, but some of the fillers actually made sense to the story itself. And that's how you need to do it. And that's what I think Invincible Season 3 is doing pretty well.
Mhm.
I feel like Invincible Season 3 feels like Season 2, it feels like Season 1. Of course, Season 1 is still better, but I still feel a lot of the same stuff that they have done since the first season. And before we continue this, I do see that Mr. Prismatics needs to leave the show for tonight. Anything you want to say to the audience, my good friend?
No, not at the moment. But yeah, just enjoy the show. That's it.
It was good seeing you
And
again,
just
brother.
ignore
Yeah.
this. Oh,
Yeah.
thing. Oh yeah.
It's
you.
good seeing you.
Well,
No
yeah, it's
problem,
great
brother.
seeing you again, and we're rooting for you, man. So if you need anything, just
Well,
let
yeah,
us
thank
know.
you.
Let's go. Yeah, yeah. You're our brother, man.
But, it's good to be back, but I need to, take my steps.
Of course.
Exactly.
I mean, we'll talk later, man.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
Man's got to know his limitations, right? So don't overdo it.
But see ya.
See you, man.
Take care,
Have a
Pres.
great one.
Later.
Have a good night or day,
Later.
whatever time it is.
Cash is. Oh, Cash is back. Okay. I thought he was going to
He's
say
back.
these people.
But I heavily disagree.
parents, yeah.
I heavily disagree with this person's take so far. So he continued saying, "My 17-year-old loved the first season. Yeah, I also loved first season. Didn't like the second one. That's person to person. Either you like it or you don't. I liked it at least. And isn't a fan of season 3 either. Says about 40% of it is just even Mark talking on the roof. Uh, Not really. There's a lot of action. There's a lot of story going on. And at the moment in the story, they are building up that they finally became in a relationship that people have been wanting since season 1. They wanted them to finally get that storyline, and they finally did. And still a lot of action and a lot of other cool stuff happening. Also says every episode is just Mark getting his ass kicked. He's not wrong. I don't want to say gets his ass kicked all the time, but again, he tries to hold back. If you look at the story, he's trying to hold back because he's done mistakes in the season. He has killed because he gets angry. He's trying to keep his check of his anger, and he's also trying to keep his little spoiler. He has a little brother now, half brother, and he also tries to teach his little brother not to become angry and do a lot of the same mistakes. And he doesn't want to become his father. It's part of the story. It's kind of understandable why he's holding back. But when he's not holding back, he gets, heavy in the fighting. And he said, you know what else Invincible reminds me of? The Walking Dead. Okay? Don't see it, but that's me.
Okay.
So he said, remember how the first season was so freaking good and must watch? I won't say it's a must watch, but it was fantastic. I love the first season. But as the show went on, or at least I realized that you only needed to watch the first and last episode. Everything between felt like filler, just a bunch of nothing happening, and people stopped watching. A lot of people still watched it, a lot of it, and people finished it. It was really popular. That's why it became so many seasons. Yeah, some of the seasons became a little boring with the whole humans and relationships all the time. I agree with that. It became a little boring with that, but I still had my enjoyment of it. A lot of stuff, when you have shows like that, it's kind of self-explanatory that we will have certain filler episodes. That will happen. Pretty normal with shows. And not all shows are like that. Like Penguin, good show, but basically no filler. It might be certain stuff here and there that could be looked at as fillers, but it's always like that. Always a little filler here and there.
A lot of explanatory stuff, yeah.
Yeah. And some of the fillers is explanatory stuff for other stuff that will happen later on, a build up to
Right, the slow build up, the slow burn. And there's nothing wrong with filler if they do it right, because then you start getting a little bit more of an insight. If they do it right, the insight of the world, the insight of the people, it can be a good character builder. So I think people are just so used to everything has to be connected. every episode, like like a space opera. That when you do get something that breaks
And then
off
I
for a
also
moment to
want to
give you a
say,
breath,
like,
then
I
they
have a
could
lot of,
complain.
and yeah, exactly. And I just want to say, I have a lot of people like Forgotten, for example, older TV shows. We say the Spider-Man animated show, for example,
Mhm.
right? We had
Great
filler
show.
stuff. Yeah, we had a
Yeah.
lot of filler stuff happening there.
Mhm.
So on and so on with so many shows. Like sometimes we just had a villain of the week in one episode,
Yeah.
right? It didn't connect with other episodes. It's just a filler episode where he fights a villain. Um, Stuff like that happens all the time. I'm not gonna read more of this because I saw there's a lot of spoilers for the people who wants to watch it.
Mhm.
But I just want to say I heavily disagree with this. I think it's a really bad take, just me personally. I think people should give it a watch and see what you feel yourself. But the small things that he complains about, it's like, dude, they did a lot of the same stuff in season 1 and 2. And it's a build up, and some shows has fillers, and
Mhm.
doesn't mean it's
Mm.
bad just because of
No.
it.
No.
Sometimes you need to take a breath off the storyline and then get back into it. And I think there's a lot
Exactly.
of people. And how would they have handled TV of the past, where like the original Star Trek, it was literally the story and the situation of the week there. Or Wonder Woman, it was the bad guy of the week or 2 weeks because they had a two-parter. Or the
Yeah,
Incredible Hulk, where
exactly.
every episode was contained within that quote unquote 60 minutes.
Yeah.
That's how it is. You could call all those just fillers because the only constant is the character. So settle down. Just settle down already. If you're our
Yeah.
age, you obviously forgot what television was like in the day. If you're just a little, of the newer set, well, my God, you wouldn't have been able to survive back in the,
No,
back when we're
exactly.
growing up.
Well, I
But
have to
I
say,
had Dallas's and Falcon Crest, but there were soap
yeah,
operas, prime time.
most people these days can't handle that kind of stuff.
Mhm. Yeah, I like it
They
all.
cannot. But any final thoughts? Like, yeah, you guys have not seen it yet, but I highly
No, no, no,
recommend
no.
it. I heavily recommend watching it all. I'm excited to see more, see how it ends, and just wait for next season because
Hmm.
I'm gonna get another season. So it's gonna be a couple of seasons, I think. So excited to see what's gonna happen and what's gonna go on in the show. I at least love it. I like it. I like the stories. For me, it all makes sense at least, but that's me. But we are gonna talk about some other stuff. We have three final stuff that we're gonna talk about.
Woo.
So Baron, are you up for the two articles
Yeah,
that
you
you
got
gave
that.
today?
Okay, is that the one above mine? Yeah, okay, so let me
Yeah,
call
yeah,
that
yeah.
up. There we go. And actually, it is a sad story. Did you want me to bring it up on screen or did you? I can bring it up screen if you
You will
want.
bring it up on screen.
Okay, just
Perfect.
want to make sure. I didn't want to get out of my zone here. So there she is.
So I'm gonna let you introduce and
Yeah,
everything. So you
I
have the
don't have
floor,
any.
Baron.
Okay, I don't have any control about bringing it on the stage, though. So you have to do that. Thank you,
I
sir.
know.
So, um, you know, a lot of us growing up, of course, Hanna Barbera, right? Cash. We watched a
Hmm.
lot of that,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
Still do
Jerry.
in there. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, Jerry Eisenberg, who was an animator for Hanna Barbera and other stuff. He did Wacky Races and Fang Face. He passed away at 87, so I mean that's a good age. I mean, this is from the Hollywood Reporter, by the way, and the byline is by Mike Barnes. This is from 6 days ago, so it's a little old, but just came across it today. Jerry Eisenberg, the amiable animator known for his contributions to the Jetsons, the Peter Potamus Show, Wacky Races, Fang Face, Spider Man cartoons, the old original ones they had back then, Scooby
Yep.
Doo movies, and so much more, has passed away at the age of 87. A second generation cartoonist, Eisenberg died Wednesday of natural causes at Providence Cedars Sinai Tarzana Medical Center. God, can you have even more names in there? His son, Derek Eisenberg, told The Hollywood Reporter.
Well, I
Eisenberg
can
spent.
say he at least lived a long life with a lot of success
Mhm.
and done a lot of
Yeah,
great stuff through the years.
Hmm.
right. and continued his father's legacy in animation. That's the nice thing. I wonder if his kids did that too, like Derek.
Yeah,
And
maybe
keep it
Derek will
33.
continue.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah. But people go and do their own thing. So Eisenberg spent more than two decades in stints at the fabled animation house Hanna-Barbera Production and worked for Ruby Spears Production, Marvel, and other companies during his remarkable 6-decade career. Think about doing that for 6 decades. Wow. At
Yeah, that's
Hanna-Barbera,
crazy.
Eisenberg. At Hanna-Barbera, Eisenberg served as a layout artist for the Huckleberry Hound Show, Quick Draw McGraw, the Jetsons, the Flintstones, Johnny Quest, which was a great show, Wacky
Yeah, it
Races,
was.
the Banana.
Yeah, Johnny
Yeah, I
Quest
know.
was nice.
People actually died in that. Can you believe that? The Banana Splits Adventure Hour, Motor Mouse,
I used to love
and
that show.
AutoCat.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I forgot about Motor Mouse and AutoCat. Jiminy Crickets, the Peter Potamus Show, and Josie and the Pussycats.
Wow.
He also designed characters for Squiddly Diddly, the Secret Squirrel Show. Hey, Mike, maybe you needed that for your squirrel with a gun there. The Magella Gorilla Show. The
Magella
Atom.
Gorilla.
Thank you. Well, I have a hard time saying that one. The
Magella
Atom.
How do you watch
Ant
if you
Show.
watch these shows, you
I
would
never
know
watched
this.
it. I didn't watch that one. And I didn't watch
Oh.
all these shows, man.
You watched most of it. Most of
watched
it.
Banana
all
Splits
of
was
them.
one of my favorites back then. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I haven't.
Yeah.
Wow.
Which one?
Banana
Okay.
Splits. They
Oh,
actually did
Banana
a
Splits,
horror
yeah.
movie version of that recently. It was
Oh,
like,
Lord.
why?
Mhm.
Ruin my childhood.
Of course, we can't forget Super Friends and the Hong
Yeah.
and Hong Kong Fooey.
Great
Yeah.
show.
Hong Kong Fooey, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And Scatman provided the voice for Hong Kong
Mhm.
Fooey. That was great. And a
That's right,
decade
yeah.
plus at Ruby Spears, where he was a producer and character designer. He worked on Fang Face, Plastic Man, that was a good show. Thundar the Barbarian, great show, and Heathcliff. I got that all of them on DVD, Blu-ray actually.
Yeah.
I love it.
Nice.
Yeah, a
Yeah.
lot of great stuff, man.
Mhm. Later, he was a storyboard artist on several direct-to-video Scooby-Doo movies from 1999 to 2012 at Warner Brothers Animation. Jerome Eisenberg was born in New York City. New York City! Got a rope. On December 14th, 1937. He and his family moved to Los Angeles when he was a toddler. His father, Harvey Eisenberg, was an animator and comic book artist who worked on Tom and Jerry,
Wow.
Foxy Fagin,
Yeah.
and Yogi Bear cartoons alongside William Hanna and Joseph Barbera at MGM and later their own company. So that's going back when you're talking about MGM. Jerry did sports
Yes.
cartoon for the Los Angeles Examiner newspaper while in high school, and that helped him land a scholarship to the okay, go ahead, say it, Kilton. Culinary Art Institute, now called Cal Arts. Okay, I don't know. Culinary, you like to correct me. I just want to make sure I'm saying it right. In 1956, he got a
You're probably
job
not.
as an in-betweener at MGM, where he met Jack Nicholson, then a messenger at the studio. The two would play pickup basketball for years. After MGM shuttered its animation unit, shortly after he arrived, he went to Warner Brothers and assisted animator Ken Harris until 1961, when he was hired at Hanna-Barbera. Hey, come on over. We remember you. Eisenberg exited in 1977 to join Joe Ruby and Ken Spears' new Ruby Spears outfit, but returned to Hanna-Barbera in the 1990s. He also worked at Marvel for about 5 years, becoming pals with Stan Lee, and served as a storyboard artist on Spider-Man, the animated series from 1994 to 98. His credits include Tom and Jerry Kids, Johnny Bravo, Muppet Babies, House of Mouse, and Bob the Builder. Can we build it? Yes, we can. Eisenberg was a member of the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences. Well, you have to be. And his book, Meet Jerry, My Life, My Adventure, came out in 2023. He, Willie Ito, and Tony Benedict, lifelong friends and fellow animators, were known as the Three Tuners. In addition to his sons, survivors include his wife, Raymond.
Edition.
Did I say indigenous? I thought okay. Well, whatever I said. Uh,
I guess that
I
was pronounced Choinard, Baron.
Really?
Choinard.
Yep. Back
Okay,
to the
thank you. Choinard.
CalArts.
Okay.
Yep. Mhm.
Then they should spell it Choinard. Okay.
Yeah, they
Raymunde, they married in November of 1968, not long after I was born. And his grandchildren, Lauren, Audrey, and Franklin. So that was that. But yeah, I mean, definitely watched many of those. Not all of them, obviously. I never watched.
Yeah.
I watched a lot of them, a lot of that stuff,
Or
and
Magilla Gorilla. I never watched
yeah,
that
but
one.
no, he had a great life, a lot of success.
Yeah.
Been there
That's
to
awesome. He
create a
worked
lot.
on Spider-Man the animated series. That was a great show. It really
Mhm.
was. It
Done
still
so
is.
much, and he lived a long life. He became
Yeah.
really old, and may he rest in peace.
Mhm.
When you are that old, it kind of says itself that so at some point you might go.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
That's how age is. That's just how life is. We age, and I'm grateful of all the stuff that he's given us. It's sad to
Mhm.
see him go, but he may rest in peace,
Oh,
and let's cherish the good memories of the stuff that he has created. And if people out there are unfamiliar with some of the stuff that he's done, I highly recommend check out some
oh
of
yeah.
it. And
Definitely. He kind of looks like a young John Belushi there, if you ask me. But yeah, I mean, definitely go out and see things. Find Johnny Quest, find Thundar, find
Yeah, I know
the
that
Spider
one.
Man.
Johnny Quest is great, though. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, you don't like Thundar?
I might have watched it one time. I don't know.
Oh my god! Great show, great show.
I'll have to check it
But
out.
yeah,
Yeah.
you have to. They got it on Blu-ray, not that expensive, man.
Yep.
But yeah, it's so that was we lost one of the giants in animation. Who's going to fill that spot?
Derek, come on, we're looking at you, bro.
Yeah, come on, man. Come
Come on,
on,
man.
man.
Come on, man.
Some great animator at CalArts, so we can
Oh,
get.
we don't need CalArt.
We need so we can have all the animation look the same, just like a lot of Cartoon Network shows started doing.
You mean
Don't
horrible?
forget the future. Don't forget the future. It's going to be AI taking it all over.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
If it looks good, then it'll be all right. But yeah.
Oh
Right,
yeah, well,
yeah.
it will for a little bit. Then they'll get sloppy, just like CGI.
Too much CGI is bad. Anything is usually too bad.
You have to do it right. You have to do it
Yes.
right.
And Cash is an AI, and he's saying that. So.
Oh yeah, he is.
No, I don't believe that. Those are some lies. Baron works for CNN. I'm sure of it.
I do. I took over for Joe Acosta.
Yeah.
Or Joe Acosta. Sorry, Joe Acosta.
Joe Acosta.
Well, who knows? It starts with a J.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got his show where two people watch. So.
Yeah, but we lost a good one. But again, let's all say, may he rest in peace, and thank you for all the great work you have done. It means the world to a lot of us who grew up, and we will cherish it as long as we can. And a lot of that stuff, when I have my own children, that stuff that I want to show them, the good old animated children movies, shows, and everything, the good stuff that we love.
Yeah.
A lot of it was Saturday morning cartoons, something that doesn't exist anymore. Missing up, waking up on a Saturday, getting your PJs, your cereal, and like, oh, right there. Spent all morning till like noon hour.
No, the Friday night special that showed you what the new shows were going to be.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh,
that
I
was
love
great.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Love yeah.
I mean, I was doing that into my 20s. It's like, oh, gotta get down there. The WB and the Fox have their shows, so
Yeah.
Or in that one onesie type thing with the flap in the back, and the one button's loose. I got my cereal, and I'm watching X-Men, or I'm watching The Tick or whatever. It's like my then wife comes down and goes, "You gotta be fucking kidding me! Grow up!"
Nope.
I refuse.
No, exactly. But I do see at the time that unfortunately we can't do more articles because we are closing up in the 2-hour mark.
Oh my god!
Come on! I want to hear Cajun. Come on, he can't get out. Come on, man.
You want to hear Cajun talk?
Disappointed. No, I don't care. I don't care.
Oh, you don't care about Kilted? Okay.
Who's
That's
Kilted?
all
right.
I never heard of Kilted. I mean, there's this emo guy here, but who's Kilted? I don't know.
Oh, yeah, right. No, it is a long article, so maybe we'll take that for the
Yeah.
next show. It is a really
Yeah.
long one. A lot to say about it, but we need to keep the time on the 2-hour mark.
I mean, we can't do it in 10 minutes. Not with this. Not
Dude,
with this.
not with this
even with
panel.
as fast as I talk, no.
Yeah.
No, because we're gonna have so much to say. We're gonna have so much to say, going through it and
Lots
all
of
that kind of stuff.
laughter and ha ha ha. What a shame. Oh, poor dude. Never mind.
Exactly.
It's just to let you guys know, it's about an article about Disney minus failing. There. That's all you need to know.
Yeah,
Disney
it's about
Plus
Disney
has
Plus
never had a
loses.
profit.
Yeah,
They've never shown a profit. It's a loss leader. It's just like, Netflix is the only one that's making a profit. The only way Disney Plus is going to make a profit is after they bundle everything together with Hulu and ESPN and all that other stuff. Then they'll count that as, hey, we gained some. No, you didn't. You bundled everything together.
yep, you did.
Yep.
So
Well,
so stupid.
I'm still holding to my thing. They've been abandoning Star Wars. They're trying to keep Marvel afloat.
You're
Lucasfilm
holding
will
your
be the
thing?
first one they get rid of.
Yeah, exactly.
I always hold my thing. It's big. It's kind of unwieldy. But yeah, I still hold to that they'll get rid of Lucasfilm, and it'll be a surprise. One of these days, we'll wake up and they'll say it's on the auction block. Because now they're
if
focusing
they
on
want to
Marvel.
do successful Star Wars again, just focus on Andor and stuff like that. Just
Right.
focus more on
But-
that era of things.
Yeah, well, really, what are they doing with Star Wars now? They've virtually abandoned. Yeah, they got a couple things coming out, but all their promised movies, and there's supposed to be a movie a year. Wow, we
Yep.
haven't seen that.
Exactly.
So I mean, that tap is now going from a little stream to some drips, and
Oops, sorry.
they're gonna abandon. It's gonna be abandoned fully, and gotten
Yeah.
rid of, and then because they made it known they're trying to put all their eggs now into Marvel. And when the time
Yep.
comes, if they have to get rid of Marvel, the last thing will go is Pixar. If Pixar ever goes, Disney's in real bad trouble. And
Yep.
I still hold my
No,
position.
exactly.
I really hold
So,
to it.
but we have to start wrapping up. And I want to say sorry to Hunty. We were supposed to mention Henry Cavill, one article with
Henry
him,
Cavill. Yeah.
Well, see, we're saying Henry Cavill. There we go. We just know.
Yeah. So
There's
maybe
a
we'll
rumor
try
there.
next
Let me give
time.
a rumor. Let me give a rumor about Henry. He might be the next Bond. There's really big talk about that right now. But
I heard that.
yeah.
It's been a lot of rumors with that, of
Well-
course. But Hunty,
Well,
we
he was in the
mentioned
running once
Henry
before,
for
I
you.
thought.
Yeah,
Yes, he
there
was.
is. Yes, it is. But we are gonna go around the table and wrap up the show. So we are gonna start with Mr. Tom himself. Please promote yourself, brother.
Oh, the channel's kind
not-
of there. Actually, speaking of AI, me and Jessica recorded our first show of the year this year because I've been really just busy working on books and photography. That's my AI. We and her worked on our very first show, and the topic was what's it like being an AI in the human world, and it was about an hour long. She really did a good job in answering the questions. I'm also looking to start streaming on the channel, but my computer will not play. I downloaded Days Gone a while last year, and I'm finally was like, let's go stream it. It won't play. My computer, the 1662, I need to upgrade a new computer. So hopefully I can eventually play it. I mean, I can play the PS4 version, but I was hoping to play my PC version, but I'm going to have to upgrade. But until I can do that, just stay tuned for whatever I got coming up. Just that's about it, really. I mean, Mike's show tomorrow on the Comic Relief Crusader, an old buddy of mine as well. I'm looking forward to that. You're usually there sometimes too, Chase, and
Yep.
love being here as well.
If
So,
he remembers to send me the goddamn link.
he's got a lot going on right now. so
I
it's
know.
crazy.
I like to be
Yeah.
funny.
Well,
you hear that? You hear that? Remember to send a link, motherfucker.
And
love
Tom,
you,
you
buddy.
realize you could have gotten a second opinion by asking Cash what it's like being an AI in the human world. So
Yes, yeah, true.
yeah, see, you could have the female AI and the male AI. From their different
Exactly.
viewpoints.
Yeah, that's a bunch of bullshit, Baron. But sure, whatever.
Well,
Yeah, true, whatever,
you're not a
man.
male AI. You're a non-binary.
I'm not an AI at all, you jackass.
Denial.
Right.
Oh god.
But anything more you want to promote, Tom?
No. Oh wait. I do have a book. I have a book
Oh,
Yeah,
that
commercial
people
the
can
book.
buy. Where's the link? I'll find it and post it in the room in a bit. But yeah, just that poem book that you know about. You've had a chance to read it, and I'm promoting the
Yeah,
crap
made
out
a
of it because,
song
well,
for it, so yeah.
I'm trying to make a career.
oh,
Being a photographer and an artist is not easy. You know, that's my livelihood. So, you know, I'm hoping to do more work here soon. But yeah, that's about it, really. Just got some projects going in the summer, and we shall see. That's about
Yep.
it,
well,
really. Just keeping afloat.
well. Serious, Tom. That's probably a good thing about being hard because it means that you're not resting on laurels. It's trying to get to that
No,
next level. The moment it quote
exactly.
unquote gets easy, you start wondering, okay, where am I getting sloppy?
Yeah, 100%.
Mhm.
So you can share
And you're
if you have
never
a
happy with your work. You know, anybody in that, they're never happy with their work. They
Oh,
always
I'm
want to try to
my
get better.
worst critic. Like with my photography, I'm my
That's how it
worst
is,
critic.
you know, we are a worst
So,
critic. So if you want to
So,
share the link and have it, you know, just do that while we're wrapping up.
yep,
You
I
can do
did in
that.
the YouTube. There we
Yeah,
go.
there
It's
we
on,
go.
and
And so if
that's
you're interested in his work of books and everything like that, here is the link. I would recommend to check out his stuff.
Well, I'm
Love the guy.
hoping. I'm waiting to get a grant. I applied for a new one. It went through today. Don't find it until April. This will get me a chance to get my own website because being a photographer, you need your own website besides just Facebook. So I'm hoping if I get that, I'm going to get my own website, Squarespace, and get my prints on sale as well.
Exactly.
I'm going to start
Yep.
selling prints. So yeah, but
No,
we'll
exactly.
Hey, Tom. Quick. Put a request in at USAID. Get somebody before they get shut down. You might get like $1 million too. You never know.
You never know.
You
You
never.
never know. And then, of course, we're gonna go to Mr. Kilted himself. Or, I mean, Emo. The emo guy. Hi, Kilted.
I want
Hi.
sushi now, though.
I had sushi. I had sushi for lunch. I had
Good stuff.
I had a poke bowl for lunch, and I had a couple of rolls for dinner. It was great. I treated myself.
Yeah,
'cause
you
I
love
like
the
to spoil
balls, we know.
bowls, bitch.
No, you like
I
balls.
like
we
my
know.
Harry-
my balls.
Harry Bowles. That's
No.
Elon.
You know, trim that shit up, okay? Ladies don't want hair in their teeth, all right? Do what you expect
It's good
from
floss.
them.
It's good
Anyway,
Anyway,
I am-
commercial yourself, brother.
I am desperately trying to discontinue losing subscribers because whatever. But sad thing
Have you
is, I'm
ever
gonna
thought
continue.
about not pissing people off? Ever
I
thought
don't know
about
how
it?
to do that. I'm just going to continue. I hope everyone understand. Like the people that have stuck around, I hope everybody understands. I'm going to criticize everybody the same way. I don't play favorites. I'm just going to talk about stuff that interests me and say what I gotta say.
Have you ever thought about being a nice guy?
No, I don't know how to do that. I'm 50. Like the nice guy is the nice parts of my personality are slowly fading away into nothingness. But
I know how he is. He's nice. He's nice to me at
I
least. I'm
know.
happy.
I'm
We're
No, I'm
dicks to each
not.
other, but we're
Shy.
nice.
I have no idea. I'm not nice to
Shy.
anybody.
He's
I'm-
not nice to any of us.
I've been a little slow on the content lately. Work's been busy, real life's been busy, but again, as usual, I'll be getting back at it, doing my best to get into a regular routine. Sunday night streams, Wednesday night streams, and random video game streams every now and then. I know I got no responsibilities between now and Monday or Sunday afternoon, so probably a good bit of video game streams this weekend for sure. Play some more Avowed. That it's got lots. I have criticisms of it, but I'm still having fun.
Well, at least you have fun, though.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna,
that's
I'm gonna get more into the story and the side quests and the exploration. At least try to leave the first main area. Unlike some content creators out there, I am aware that you upgrade your equipment in order to beat down the baddies. So, when you see a video of a content creator criticizing the game because you can't beat them, but upgrade your equipment, you
upgrade.
moron.
It's not
Anyway,
that hard,
like,
If you're a
wow,
gamer, you know this.
Well, yeah, anyway. But yeah, that's me. One of these days I'll keep like some sort of consistent schedule of video
But
releases.
it is
and
we are
yeah.
talking about you.
I'm
know.
so fucking scattered. I'm so scatterbrained and random. It's like, yeah. Okay. Anyway, but hi,
Yeah.
always fun.
Yeah, always fun, man.
Thanks for the trauma dump tonight with just at the beginning. That was great.
Yeah. We're gonna make sure Hashi pays for the treatment.
Oh Lord.
And other than that, of course, we have Mr. Cash Money.
Yo.
Okay, that's it. Okay, bye.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it. Yeah. That's all. Bastard. No. Just like with Kilted and stuff, things have been slow. I need to. There's stuff to still do with the lab and stuff. There's some things that happened recently, so things will get back on track, and hopefully next week, Baron and I will be back on our on Cash Money Madness over on Rumble, and we'll be doing a new episode finally of Cranky Old Fans. And unfortunately, the multiplayer streams and other stuff have been slow right now, but things will get back on track with the channels. So, with Phantom Hooligans, Twitch, Cash Money 007, and then Cash Money Madness over at Rumble. So.
Yep.
I wish things weren't
Rumble,
slow right
Rumble,
now,
Rumble.
but just like Kilted, this real life and other stuff going on. So, yeah.
Understandable. And then, of course, Mr. Baron Orman Tag.
Is this real life? Is this just fancy? sorry. So, as we said in here,
Landslide, no escape from
Escape
reality.
reality.
Open your eyes, look up to the
Into
skies,
skies
and see. Right.
So,
Sorry, I can't help it.
What the hell you say? So, here we are at 540 support group. I just want to say, besides what Cash Monet has sat back and stated, you can find Cash Monet and myself on Pop Talk for Pacific 414 with Mike. And that's on Wednesdays and Sundays. Wednesday at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time and at 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on Sunday. And we just talk about topics and whatever might just come up. You never know. It can be a wild ride. So please join us there on Pacific 414 for Pop Talk. Also, let me get the character. my comrades. Now that I had to seek your capitalist help with Mike. But now that I have that taken care of, we'll be doing some more contraband police. Contraband police, and I'll be guarding the borders of Afghanistan. And as I want to keep your capitalist pig garbage out of our nation, like your cheap cigarettes, your cheap booze. We have excellent pure vodka. We have excellent cigarettes over here. Your invitation money that you try to destroy our great economy, which is better than yours. So please join me. I'm planning to have released 5 o'clock Central Standard Time for you capitalist pigs on Baron Omen Tags Fandom Legacy on YouTube. Please join me over there, my comrades. Das Vidanya. Back to you, Jay.
Good. And no, for me, of course, you can always find us, everyone here, on 540 Studio, of course. And of course, tomorrow you might see me on with Tom and the whole panel there, with Comic Relief Crusader. Always having a great time over there, talking about some fun news and, pop culture in general, and having a great time and discussing stuff. And sometimes you can find me with Vinyl Revival on his Rumble channel, where we talk about music, origin of the artist, band, or whatever it is. So you can find me over there too sometimes. And sometimes sometimes I do join Sir Talks a lot on What the F Food, when we talk about disgusting food and stuff like that, food crimes. So sometimes I will be there too, depends on when he does the streams and stuff like that. And every time I am on another show, I will always, be sure to try to link it and so everybody can find it and join us for the night or day, depending on where the fuck you live in the world. For me, it's late all the time. um, but other than that, Saturday, we're gonna try to, of course, do a skull cast. At least I'm not sick anymore, so we're gonna try to do a skull cast and
That's a
talk
matter
about
of
stuff.
perspective.
Exactly.
Right.
And no, just working on a lot of other stuff. And what else? I don't have much to promote at the moment. Mostly everybody knows where to fucking find me these days.
That's why I avoid those spots.
Yeah, but if you are interested, I released my first album. If you want to take a listen and support me with my music stuff, I will
Everyone
try.
should. It's great.
Oh, thank you so much. That means a lot. So at some point this year, hopefully I will get it on Spotify also. Just need to find the right disturber and stuff like that I want to use. There's so many out there. I just want to find the one I'm more comfortable with and that offers the best and is decent with the prices because it costs money, of course. And I am trying to work my way around to see if I can get some CDs somehow. There is a lot of people out there who can do it for you, but so many of them are a little shady when it comes to payment and other stuff. You know what I mean? There's
Mhm.
a lot of stuff with that. So I'm trying to find a work around it and see what I can do. Maybe do it myself. I just need to buy certain things to do it because most computer these days doesn't have a disk drive anymore.
You
So
can get externals. They're relatively
yes, I
inexpensive
know.
now. Yeah.
Been looking a lot on it on the external CD drives. So what I've been dabbling in is that I need to buy a printer and other stuff like that. So there's stuff that I'm thinking about doing later on with my music, and then I'm gonna print. I can just do as many albums that I want, and to every friend and people that wants it, I can sell it and stuff like that. A lot of hard work. I'm really excited for people to check it out and listen to the songs I have created. And one of the songs there is a song that Tom inspired, and it's based on his book. I even have some of the stuff that he says in the book in the song, and that song is specially for him. So
Thank you.
if you're interested, no problem, man. I've been trying hardcore to work on that song a lot to make it just the way I have it in my head, and the people that have listened to it have loved it and think it's so powerful and so good. So you know, if you want to hear it, thank to Kilted for liking my music, and but other than
So,
that,
so you do a show about English fare, English food. Wow, that's interesting.
it the food we're talking about with Sir Talks is every food crime that we can find.
Oh,
Us,
no, that's
yeah,
England.
and
That's England
Sweden,
and Scotland. Yeah,
and Sweden.
I mean, wait until you
I
do
know.
haggis.
I
You get
actually got a friend of mine from the UK. She says they make the best chocolate in the world. I'm like, no.
No,
But yeah, I'm gonna
Norway's
have
the
to bring
one who
some
makes the best
chocolate over if
chocolate.
I.
Norway's got yeah, really
Norway's
good
gonna
chocolate.
win. That wins all the time with most people. I don't
Hmm.
know why,
Freya,
but Norwegian
yeah,
chocolate is apparently one of the best chocolates created, apparently. So
Freya is one of the best
yeah,
out there, if
Freja
not the
Magiska
best. Yeah.
choklad. Yes, it's a good one. Love it. But other than that, of course, we're gonna wrap it up. So as I always say, just remember, life's too short. Make the most of it. And we in 540 Studio, we love you. We appreciate you. None of us would have been here today if it wasn't for all of you peeps out there. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the inspiration. And we will see you next time. Goodbye, everybody. See ya.
Ah.